Welcome everybody to Rolling Until Ragnarok, episode 4. This is very exciting. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Awesome. I don't really have much to talk about or announce. We ended the last episode with Bramble making a pretty amazing roll for a little bit of guidance from the great tree, and now they have just come just barely to the edge of the fog where they saw Dread, the turkey vulture, casting some kind of ritual where all of the weather and the clouds and energy and magics from this realm are getting pulled down into some tree that is, or something that is chained up to the tree. And their old acquaintance, Rock, just kind of sitting around near him. But this is where we're at. Guys, let's go to you. Bramble, specifically you. What are we doing?
I guess.
If you'd like, we can go to the map and you guys can get a better view of what's up.
Yes,
That's
please.
probably a good idea.
Same link and everything else as before. Let's go ahead and transition to that.
Okay.
OMG.
Way.
Hi.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Where did you get inspiration for this?
I couldn't
Right. I've
imagine.
never seen this setup before.
I've never seen this before. This is nothing like it. Ever.
Creative idea.
Wow, and those are it seems there's I mean the fact that it's a tree first off. Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
and then secondly all these
Yellow
totem
bird
things
flies.
with lightning. Wow.
Mm.
So please tell us, DM, GM, where'd you get the inspiration from?
I'm really smart. So,
Yellow flying things around the tree.
It does look like yellow flying things, or like
Those are the
almost like
leaves.
petals. Would you say
those are the leaves.
Like leaves.
they're like leaves?
They are.
Almost. Sorry, I thought they were flowers.
Yeah, I understand. I get confused too sometimes. So, what are we doing?
I'm gonna drive them right
Okay, well, they clearly haven't seen us yet, right?
Yes, I have said that you get to make one action or you have a moment to figure something out. He is scanning the line of the fog, but he's supposed to be there kind of like as a guard, but he's really not doing his job. He's just kind of chilling. He's not expecting much, we'll put it that way.
To be
Right.
fair, as someone who's been a guard or a bouncer, whatever
Right.
you want to call this guy, you're not expecting anyone to walk up to the weird, mysterious ritual in the woods.
Every time I've been the bouncer of a ritual, nobody's ever bothered me,
Right,
so...
exactly. Typically, most people don't show up to these things.
Right.
Okay.
I have a
Well-
question.
Okay.
Because I rolled Witch Bolt on the and it hit last time
It did.
on the shadowy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an extension of this guy.
It was a construct, so it wouldn't have transferred to him.
Never mind. Bramble,
I understand.
what do you want?
That was really good though. If it was something else like that, I would have given it to you for future reference.
Okay, so next time we encounter shadowy creatures made from something else, I will keep that in mind.
Thank you.
It's gonna happen again.
It will.
I mean, probably.
I mean, it's not like this is unique.
No, a ritual on a tree in the woods with bad things happening in the world? Never.
Never.
Okay, what does Bramble want to do?
So to give some more information, y'all are really
Okay.
close. You think I'm gonna let you think it over while I talk, which
Okay.
I'm giving you a moment. This is a lot. There is lightning ripping into trees as they hit some of the trees. Some of them are getting frosted over. Some of them are getting lit on fire. This is just there are like lines of just explosions happening. God knows Ocean wishes she was here, but this is like the craziest, like just this is insane. This is a lot. This is the most magic you've ever seen in one spot. It's getting torn out of the sky, out of the air, out of the atmosphere. Like there is a cyclone of like something, and you know that the tree is like split, and you can't really see what is going on in it, if it's getting balled into something, if it's getting sucked into something. There are these giant chains, and that's what the hard electricity bolt, like the hard bolts of lightning are, and it's being held down to the ground by these giant slabs of stone. And he is just chanting and screaming at the top of his little beaky lungs, trying to do this ritual. And even with him getting struck and hurt, he's gonna keep going. This is a lot. I'm trying to like emphasize that. And the longer you sit here, the more likely you are going to be hit by lightning.
Okay. Well, it'd be great to move, I guess, right? Yeah.
The idea is that I'm letting y'all do something. You either need to initiate combat, or you need to try and like figure out what you're doing to stop all this, what's happening. You theoretically have the drop on them, is kind of where I'm at.
Okay. So can I? Yeah, I definitely think we should go ahead and drop the guard, if possible, right? While we have the jump on them. So I guess we're going to kind of like move maybe like around. I don't know what the distance is in terms of like kind of, so we're a little bit, so like the guard, I just moved it on the map. So that, is that Dread who's casting?
Dread is the one casting, as far as you assume.
Right. So between Dread and the crocodile.
It's a good assumption.
What?
It's a very good assumption.
Oh, okay. Can we kind of like move around so that the Duke, what was his name? The crocodile.
Rock. His name's Rock. If you move, I will need stealth, and I will roll perception against you. I'll roll perception with disadvantage, though, because I'm not really doing my job.
We're missing a crocodile.
Theoretically, you're missing two if you want to get down to it. You bet three crocodiles.
Well, one of them's drunk off his ass somewhere.
That would be this one. That's this one.
Yeah. Oh, that is
this one. Is the one you saw.
So we're missing two able-bodied ones. Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, okay. So because you would remember this, but it has been a while since we played that episode, personally. This is the one that met those two. Like, you know what I mean? So yes, while you
saw you up in the tree.
Yeah. While you do know, well, no, nobody ever saw her up in a tree.
Or no, saw her.
Yeah. While you do know that there are three crocodiles and a bear and a weird eyeball monster and a turtle, you met stuff. The point is, yes, you do know that there are three crocodiles, and at one point at least there were three bears, because that's what they talked about. But this is the one that met the others, and the other two did say that they always have to wait for him, and so yes.
Side note. Can I, from where I was, right, or where I am, right in front of the party, can I see like one of those, or could I like hit one of those chains like that are connecting the tree to the stone? Is that possible?
Yeah, you would have to shoot, but when you do, it will alert them. Like, no matter what, you're going to start combat here in a minute.
All right.
So if that's what you would like your opening volley to be at the chain, then yes, by all means.
I feel like Bramble would be a little outraged because it was a tree. Like it, like it would kind of strike her as sort of the, this could be, the second divine tree or another great divine tree type of conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think she would try and strafe that.
Are you saying anything? Are you letting them know? Are you just like, how is this gonna work?
I feel like she would like, like yell something, kind of like in the middle of it, like as she's doing it.
Nice.
You know, it'd be kind of like, like what the hell do you think you're doing type of thing. Like, and like while she's like casting, we'll just do another like guiding bolt like at the chain.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Okay. You rolled a hit. I'm giving you first initiative no matter what. This will be your turn.
Yay.
Everybody else
Okay.
roll initiative.
And I got a 20 for guiding bolt.
Whew.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, no, fails.
Okay.
They
Did
rolled
anybody
down.
get initiative above 14?
Do I still need to roll initiative as well?
No, you're first.
I got a 14 exactly.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Anybody got above a 16? Nope. Great. So it'll go Bramble, and then Meryl, and then probably my crocodile guy, and then after Rock, it'll go Thistle, since you got the other one. What did you get, Eli?
A 12.
Okay, then we'll go Eli, then Dread.
And then the other crocodiles who we can't see.
Dread got a 10, by the way.
And then the other eyeball things that'll come out of the forest, they'll be later though.
But no, and that's the bear. The bear's next.
The
True,
bear.
there's 3 phases.
3 phases? Y'all better hope not. Okay, so Bramble, you hit the chain.
It takes for my frog army to get here.
Want me to roll damage for it?
Yes, please. I would like to see if you snap it or not.
Okay.
Come on.
17.
Okay. So the chain like superheats and you watch as the tree starts to like shake and rock as it's trying to contain this energy, and the chain is like whipping and like spinning off. That's when Rock kind of takes notice to you guys. Meryl, in that moment, what are you doing?
I think she would follow what Bramble did and try and hit. Because did the chain break apart?
The chain
That she
snapped,
hit?
yeah, and it's like it's up, and the tree is rocking as all this energy and like lightning cascades and all the like different arcane torrents are. Yeah, it's crazy. It's being
What's the second? How far am I from the second?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. About 90 feet.
Perfect. Let's chromatic orb that one.
Okay. What kind of damage?
What am I feeling like? Let's do acid.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Acid orb. That's awesome. I forgot you could do acid damage.
25.
You hit.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Bramble's super mad about this whole, we just chained down this tree.
Right.
I got 16.
Cool.
Points
15 is
damage.
what you're looking for. The second one, and like you see the acid like whip off, and now 2 of them, and it's even more. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw. I'll make them both for my creatures, as my guys as well. As a giant arc of lightning just rips through the tree line where you guys are. Dread passes. Rock will take some damage.
What's the
Brett
save?
said it's- Yeah.
Looking for a 13. You notice it coming.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got a 15. I'm good.
Brett got a 17.
So you will, if you make it, you'll take 7 points of lightning damage. If not, you'll take 14. And Rock took 14. and Dread took 7 to the face. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Rock took 14. Very good, very good. So Rock is gonna be like, I told you all that if I saw you here, I might have to attack. I really wish y'all would have gone, but now I guess I get breakfast. And he's gonna rush into you guys. About to here, and Bramble, you're in the front, so I'm gonna swing at you. He's not holding any weapons yet. He just is gonna go to like try and grab you and like just hit you. So I'm gonna say 2 unarmed strikes. So a 14 and a 20.
Well, the 20 hits.
Okay. That is a flat 4 damage. My unarmed strikes are 4.
Okay.
And I guess theoretically it's 4 bludgeoning damage since I'm just punching you in the face. That's its turn. That would make it Thistle's turn.
Okay. Upon seeing this thing swing at Bramble, she would look at Rock and be like, just get out of here. Just stop. And she would cast Infestation.
Yo, alright.
So it would be a cloud of mites, fleas, and parasites appear. He takes... So you must succeed on a 13 con save.
Really? Okay. That is a nat 20.
I'm gonna use silvery barbs to make him re-roll it.
Okay. That is an 8.
Alright, so he takes 1d6 poison damage, so he takes 2 poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll a d4. That is a 1, so he has to run north 5 feet.
Okay.
And since he's running away, do we get reactions?
It says this movement does not provoke opportunity attacks, and if the direction roll is blocked, the target doesn't move.
You watch him drop to like all fours and start like moving, trying to get away from the bugs and take off. At that point, Dread is gonna look back and be like, "Get a hold of yourself! Help me now!" Is that your turn?
Yes.
Eli, your turn?
I'm going to... While Rock is still trying to cover, I'm gonna turn towards him and use grease. So I'll just throw my hand out.
Okay.
And I'm basically just gonna have an uncorked vial in my hand of something that's been in my pouch and just kind of throw it around the ground around him. So ground becomes difficult terrain, and he needs to make a 12 dex save or fall prone, and he'll have to make the check again on the beginning of his turn.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me make the little... There we go. You said a 12 dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's a flat fail. So he's prone?
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah,
It worked this time! Woo!
Yeah, that was good.
Right.
So he's like trying to get the bugs off, and he like and just falls to the side like he's falling in mud, and he's just like on his side. He's like, I didn't sign up for this. Fucking.
Worst guard.
He's gonna be like, where's Bancho? Like just screaming. He's like, these guys need to be here. Nobody else is ever here. Why do I do this? He's just yelling at himself at this point.
This is freaking awesome.
And then I'll just take my bonus action to move.
Yep.
Where are you moving?
Start making my way
Downtown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walking fast.
Exactly.
Pace is fast.
All right, I'm gonna get over here so I can start trying to get behind Dread.
Okay. I'm marking the ones that you already broke. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
I almost forgot. I could have twin spelled that. So it could have
I
broken.
forgot you're a sorcerer.
I forgot I was a sorcerer for a minute. Totally.
Very cool. All right. It is now Dread's turn. On Dread's turn, you will be, and because the box is going crazy and it already moved, is anybody attempting to see? Well, you would notice because the tree rips out and you see this box attached to these chains sliding through the air. It's the thing sucking everything in. The box is about trying to get an idea for like how big this
same
cube.
box that was given to Drake.
Yeah.
It's like a cube. It's like a cube.
Okay.
About the size of Meryl. Because Meryl's like what, like 4 or 5? -ish?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cube though. It's like a perfect cube with a opening at the top, sorta. And it's and from what you can tell, and it's shiny, but it's also in the middle of like a temporal storm of craziness, and now there are 3 chains holding it as it like rips through the ground and like it's kind of, yeah, it's a lot. Dread is gonna keep one of his wings up and turn back to you guys and say no, this is not, you're not doing this, and he's gonna go whoosh like that, and a giant like you're gonna feel a bunch of pressure. Eli, you're the only one close enough that would get hit. I need you to make so you can either roll acrobatics or a constitution saving throw. Acrobatics would be a 10. Constitution will be a 14, but you'll stay inside the wall of force with him if you make the constitution.
I failed the Constitution.
Okay, so you will get pushed back to here and take 1 damage.
All right.
And I will draw my little wall of force
Which is about to ask that.
right here.
So can we not get into it?
It is a wall of force.
That did not answer the question.
Theoretically, you cannot physically push into it, and it's hard to cast through. But it is also not like all-encompassing either. You can run around it. It was like him pushing something away as it happened. And then he's gonna turn and keep yelling the ritual with the rest of my actions, which will make it Bramble's turn.
I'm sorry, did you say the rest of your actions?
Yes, I did.
Plural.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I was asking about that because, I mean, I'm thinking like if we went around, right? Like that's.
Yes, it's completely plausible.
I was thinking more in terms of like how much movement would that be to sort of get around? Because we also want to go around the grease. Although maybe we should deal with him right now because he's prone too.
Yeah, that's
down.
yeah.
Cool,
Can't we
cool.
just convince him that he needs better employment?
You have great charisma.
Okay.
I mean, if anybody can persuade him, it's you guys. Y'all persuaded me to be here.
Okay, so first off, Let me double check before I officially. Okay, it does. It says the sphere moves with you. That's what I wanted to check. Okay, so I think right now, like Bramble, like I said, she's really upset. And so I think she's going to yell at.
What a great spell.
I'll do that when it.
I know exactly what you're doing. I love it.
What?
I know what you're going to. Go ahead.
I haven't decided if I was going to do that particular spell.
That's fine. Do what you're going to do. I just.
Okay.
I didn't know you had it. That's why I was like, wow. It just occurred to me.
Right. So I think Bramble's going to yell at how his name is his name Duke?
His name's Rock.
Rock. God, I don't want to call him Duke for some reason. I don't know.
Puppy.
Okay, so Bramble's gonna yell at Duke and just be like, you know, I'm not your lunch today, bitch, right?
Yeah.
And cast like Word of Radiance, which is a con save of 15.
Yep.
And does he automatically fail since he's prone?
No, I get to make con saves. Okay, well that dice ran away. I fail it anyway, so go ahead.
Yay! All right, so he's gonna take 1d6 damage. So he's gonna take.
He takes how much?
Radiant damage.
How much do I take?
4 radiant damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
Word of Radiance.
Nice.
Yes. And with that, she is going to also move. I'm trying to figure out like how far can I get? Like, is that 30? Will that count as like 30?
It's a little bit further than 30, but you're good.
You have to make the check too.
That's
She
why
didn't-
I see I'm outside the
She
group.
didn't. About like right there.
Okay, that'll work. I just wanted, I wanted to make sure she was outside of the grease.
I know. Okay. Sorry, I had to find another new D20 since that one just jumped away from me. All right. Okay. So, Meryl, go ahead.
I can't hear you, Meryl.
She didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought her lips were moving.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I can't hear you.
No, I was saying shit. I mean, this guy dies, he dies. Oh well.
Grease is
I don't
flammable.
know.
That was my thoughts when it got to my turn.
Ooh.
It's
Dead.
It's not an actual rule. That's why I said it out loud.
That was what I was gonna do when it got to my turn.
I like it. So while you do that, I think Meryl's gonna try and run on the opposite side from Bramble to go around the wall of force.
So,
So-
30, right?
So
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action kinetic jaunt,
Yep.
which gives me an extra 10
Okay.
to my walking speed. It doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move into the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. So
So exactly right there.
Hold on one
I'm going to
second.
use my... Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out, do I have to touch? Because I can use a gift of hospitality as a bonus action, right? To give you an additional 10 walking speed until the start of your next turn.
Give it
Is
to
it a
someone else.
bonus action or a reaction?
No, it says one bonus action.
It's
What
a
is
bonus
that?
action. I know what it is. And yeah, it's a touch spell.
Is it really?
I believe so.
Let's look at your sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Because they give, you use this trait to take a help action as a bonus action 2 times per long rest. During a third, you can choose one of the following actions to take help action. It doesn't actually say anything about touch specifically.
What's the range? Because typically touch spells will say touch.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Walking speed. It just has a dash for reach.
Oh, for range?
Because it's a help action, so you have to describe how you're helping them do it.
I yell, "Run, bitch, run!" Like.
Sure. Okay.
So if that does give me extra.
Yeah, it'd give you an extra 10. So
I'm also going to use my feline agility to double my speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until the end of my turn. So that's an extra. So now we're at 50. An extra.
Yep, you're there.
Yeah.
Look at her go.
So we are going to attempt to chromatic orb the next one as well.
Okay.
Because at the moment, she's just trying to stop this.
Okay.
Your face is really concerning me.
Roll it.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could attack Dread, but I don't feel... That's a 24.
You hit.
And this time I'm going to remember that I can twin spell this. So I'm going to use a sorcery point to attack the next one as well, so it should hit both.
Very cool.
And let me see how much damage I do.
Hold on 1 second.
$26 per.
Okay. So, oops. Very cool. So it's attached to one last chain, and it starts spinning out of control on the chain. Everybody needs a dexterity and constitution saving throw. The dexterity saving throw is a 18, and the constitution will be a 10. I will roll for my people as well. I will fail the dexterity saving throw on Duke, and that will light up on fire. So I'll make a little red circle around him instead.
What was the dex?
Dex is an 18.
I fail the dex, but I make the con save.
And Dread is going to fail both of them not moving. And so first this arc of lightning will hit you guys. Let me roll for the damage.
I am going to use Fortune of Many to add to my dex save to pass it.
Okay. So if you fail the dex save, you will take 12 points of damage, lightning. If you made it, you'll take nothing because you dodged the lightning bolt. If you fail the con save...
And the con save was 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you failed the con save, you will take... 8 points of cold damage as this, like, wash of, like this, like, force of cold, like, ebbs out and just... And, like, pull, and you'll feel like... It'll almost be like like little crystals like form on you and frost hits you as it like waves over. This is now a out of control, crazy, insane thing. The Dread will turn and look and be like, you're not thinking about what you're doing. All you're doing is ruining a ritual.
Yeah, that's like the whole point.
Let's see.
My grandpa's gonna like shake her fist.
Rock is now going to take damage from the fire as well.
And what was the damage if you passed the con save?
Oh, you took half of whatever I said. 8, so 4.
Okay.
Okay, so if you pass the con, you still took 4.
Yeah, if you pass the con save, you take 4 cold damage because you got hit by it no matter what. It's giant force bubble.
Great.
Right.
Shit. I just did like 23 damage to myself.
Can we say something amazing happened? Because I got a nat 20 on the con save.
Ooh.
You take you take half the damage, like I said. I don't know.
I was trying, man.
That was cool.
Those
But it was a nat 20.
That's nice. Y'all keep doing that. You get an extra gold star at the end.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Rock is like trying to get up to his feet, and he's like, no, just if you're gonna, that's not the thing making the, god damn it. And he's gonna like move, like roll out of the fire while he takes all the damage, and he's still prone because he's like slipping and falling and like rolling and taking damage as he goes, and he's like crispy, and he's like, it's not the box, it's the bird casting the spell.
You labeled him not Duke.
and then he's just gonna lay down on the ground and be like, god damn it, fucking hate these little creatures. That's his whole turn.
So it's not the box, it's
and then so that's Thistle, it's your turn. After Thistle, we'll roll again for damage from the crazy box.
I don't know if I can handle more damage.
I can't handle any more damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty low. And so he said it's not the box, it's the bird. That's what he said.
Yes.
Yeah, attack the bird.
Oh, yep, good.
I am going to attempt, with hopefully the Divine Tree backing me here, to use my last 2nd level spell slot to cast Sleep on the bird.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to cast it on the bird?
He said it was the bird.
He said it's the bird who's making,
And he's
who's the issue. It's not the box.
So that's the only thing I can think of.
I'm just trying to think about how many health points the bird probably has. Versus Duke over here, who just took like 24 damage.
Duke did not attack you, though.
He's not the biggest problem right now.
Duke's not the problem.
Not Duke.
Duke
did not
told us
attack
Not
you.
Duke is not the
Not
problem.
Duke.
Yeah, exactly. Not Duke. I am officially renamed your
not Duke.
And that's the thing. That's the messed up part is I had his name right, and now
It's Rock. His name is Rock, but no, you guys are calling him Duke, so it's not. Now his name is not Duke. I don't really care. I think it's hilarious. Let's do this.
So is that barrier still up? You said that's making it hard for magic to be
Yeah,
cast?
yeah. It makes the AC higher of whatever you're casting into it, and physically you can't go through it.
Right.
How much would it be for me to move around it to get like on this side?
To get on that side, from where you were, I believe it was like 40. Yeah. Well, at 40 you would be like right here.
Okay, well, I will then use, it says if I use my movement on my turn, I'll use my feline agility so I can double my movement speed to go 60. So wherever
Okay.
60, I guess, puts me.
Like
And
about
then I'll
right
do
here-ish.
I'll roll the 7d8 and just, I don't know.
78. Okay.
27.
That is not high enough.
Figured.
As the spell hits, he's gonna and keep going, and he's saying the ritual still, but he's like, it's like hard for him because he's trying to like keep it like aimed at this box, and because it's so hard, he's like starting to like go in and out of infernal and common, and you can hear him talking about the merging of barriers. Anything else?
Wait, you said it looks like he's focusing on the box, like he's aiming his magic at the box specifically?
Yes.
And is it like it? Does it look like he's struggling to keep his magic on the box because like his magic is like kind of recoiling, so he has to. It's taking effort to keep it trained on the box, or is he just like, all right, I've got it in my sights. It's just kind of an effortless thing.
Is he casting through the box?
Roll perception. Eli.
Okay.
Eli.
21.
He is casting a ritual, but also casting a spell at the same time. He's casting a spoken ritual, and he's also casting spells onto the box.
Okay, yeah. I guess that was my question. Is like, can I? Like,
the ritual is being cast below him.
Line of sight is important to the spell and/or ritual.
The ritual is what's going on below him, which is all of the like lighting up stuff. But the
Right.
spell he's casting is specifically he's casting spells onto the box. It's like it's like he's enchanting the item.
Okay.
That makes it Eli's turn. Oh, everybody roll a Constitution save.
Didn't we just roll?
Yeah, you're gonna keep doing it because there's only one. There's only one chain, and it's going crazy at this point. Oh, I have to roll one for my bird too. Sorry.
23.
I failed.
Definitely gotta fail.
Yeah,
I failed the fuck out of that. Okay, great. You'll take 2 fire damage if you failed, or 1 if you made it. As a ebb of heat rips out of the box.
Something needs to change because I'm about to go down.
Me too.
Well, you guys ran the opposite way of me, so I can't touch you. Or stab you or poke you. I mean,
I can't touch you.
Do you have healing word?
I've gone through all
Can't
my.
see you either at the moment. I was like, that little hedgehog couldn't see you either at the moment.
I do have healing word though. And oh, it is a bonus action. Cool.
What you doing, Eli?
First off, I'm gonna stop concentrating on grease, so the grease spot is gone.
The fire's still there.
Less good.
Man.
Although I guess it would, if the grease spot goes away, the fire would just be smoldering. So, give me a second.
Because I was like, could I cut through, or would I have to go around?
Okay. So it doesn't matter. The wall force is going to be gone on my next turn.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if he got hit by the tree or anything, did he lose concentration on his wall force?
No, I've been rolling it. He's doing pretty good so far.
Okay.
He also has been taking damage this whole time while trying to cast his ritual.
Oh, so sleep may have been a good idea.
Okay, so just because I had already started moving this way and it's the shortest distance, I'm gonna move to about here, and then I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at Dread to try to distract him.
You have Chromatic Orb? Okay, great, go.
It's the one offensive spell I have besides Booming Blade.
That's amazing, go.
Best spell.
It's a very good spell.
So 16 hit.
It's more than his AC.
Okay.
I would specifically cast Shield, by the way, and it would rip through his shield. Go ahead.
Okay. And then this is going to be cold damage.
Okay.
So he takes 15 cold damage.
Cool. You watch as he throw hit you see the orb hit this shield, and it rotates and just shatters through it, and then the dread turns just in time to see it just slide across his beak, and all the ice hits him. 15 damage. What else are we doing? I took a lot of lightning damage from my own spell. Just saying.
Do you have any bonus actions?
Let's see. What?
Let me roll to keep my concentration going. Alright, I'm cool.
Can I just bonus action and use this rope and try to lasso him and pull him out of the ground? I'm getting my money's worth out of this fucking rope.
I'll let you bonus action and try and lasso him. Yeah, sure. Roll an unarmed strike hit.
That's a 16.
Okay, you hit him.
So
you would lasso him, and it would hit, but as you tug, it's
I don't realistically think I'm going to be able to pull him out of the sky. I'm just trying to do anything I can.
Well, he's not in the sky. He's standing on the ground in this circle while he just casts. So I'm saying it would lasso him, but when you pull, it's pulling against a house.
Okay.
It's not that he's strong. It's literally there's a magical force holding him in place. As far as you can tell.
Okay.
That being said, I guess how much unarmed damage do you normally do? We'll subtract 2 and say that's how much damage the rope does.
I think so. Normally he would do 2 unarmed strike damage. So
okay.
So
whatever.
The rope doesn't need to do damage. I mean, this was a stupid.
No, I was gonna say, the rope, fucking. I mean,
oh yeah.
I was gonna give you the rope burn, bro. If you did 1 or 2 damage, I was gonna give it to him.
1 point of rope burn.
Right, I was gonna give it to you if you did it, but if you have 2, then whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's gonna be my turn, and
okay.
Yeah.
Dread is gonna turn, and he's trying desperately to keep casting and hold the ritual, and he's gonna look and he's gonna make eye contact with Eli, and you're gonna see a shadow rip out of his body and dive bomb into Eli and try and tear him apart.
Hey, noob Cybot.
Yeah, kinda. Pretty much same thing. I rolled a nat 20 and an 11 for my hits.
Since this is a new round, I have Silvery Barb. I'm going to make you reroll the nat 20.
Can you use Silvery Barb's things to hit?
Yes. It's
cool.
Whenever you make an attack roll or an ability check that succeeds.
It is an 18.
Okay. It's not a nat 20. It's not a crit. That's fine.
Cool.
I can't do anything to stop it. I just...
Yeah. It's not.
It'll be 11 necrotic damage.
Okay. I'm not down, but Eli looks really messed up. He is.
Yep.
Oh, I have to delete the... Wall of Force. And then he's gonna look up and you're gonna see him go like this, like make a fist, and the box is gonna stop moving, and he's gonna say, well, I wanted it to end. I was gonna do just what my master couldn't do this, but I thought I could. Fine! And he's gonna let go, and the box is just gonna go chaos. He lets go, he stops casting, and now the box, you see this radiance come out, and he's gonna turn and look at you all and say, I just don't care anymore then. And he's going to jump and teleport to where the shadow is and go in on Eli as well. It's a 16 and a 19.
Both hit.
If I do more than 10 damage to you, am I going to down you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do a minimum of 10 damage because I have plus 5 to both.
Down.
So I'm going to describe the scene and then you all can react to it. And I'll give you a reaction as well, Eli. The Dread having like blinked basically to where he's at, like because his shadow takes his place. So now his shadow is the one standing there casting a ritual. He grabs and sinks his talons into Eli and just tears upwards and makes two giant like rips out two giant like chunks of them and goes, "This is going to end. I'm going to get there." And he's just talking like complete madness at this point. You would see his eyes are barely even like existing. He's got scars and like torn up as this arc lightning slams into his back and still does damage. Like he blocks all of the arc lightning from you and takes all the damage. His body lights up. You can see steam coming out of his mouth as he speaks. That being said, Bramble and Thistle and Meryl, you're watching a father figure basically from the past like 2 weeks just get torn, sundered. And then Eli, you have a couple moments before you kind of go blank in not death, but, to fall over. I'll give you a reaction.
He just kind of would have had the wind knocked out of him. He kind of glance around and just make sure that no one else is getting jumped and attacked right now. And seeing that all the focus is on him, he'd be like, okay. And he would just he would try to tense up like he was bracing himself, knowing that there's not really much he can do at this point. And then he would just kind of let himself pass out.
Okay. That makes it Bramble's turn.
I think upon seeing that, like, how far is everybody away from me at the moment?
Everybody you're...
Well, I would probably run.
If you were going to run, you'd make it, because you're 50 feet from Dread.
Well, running would... I would probably run, realistically. I'm thinking about that. Let me check. Because I want to cast Healing Word. And it's a bonus action, so I could technically run. Well, I only need to be within X amount of feet. So what does 30 feet look like currently?
I will move you. You would be about right there.
Okay, and that's well within 60 feet of everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me...
Healing Word is a spell, yes?
Yeah, but it says a creature of your choice that you can see, so it's only one creature, and not like everybody.
In reaction to your spell, I am going to cast Silence, and you can resist it on an 8 Wisdom, because it's not a very good silence, to be honest.
So a saving throw?
It's a Wisdom saving throw of an 8 to resist my silencing spell.
Okay.
But he does realize you running up, and he's going to turn and just, and you're going to watch this wave of darkness roll over you.
I got a 21.
You're good. Cast your spell.
All right, so we're going to cast Healing Word. And 10. That's 8.
Okay.
So
you will gain 8 health back. I would like you to roll a Constitution save because of all of the lightning and all of the power and everything else that he did. to see if you gain consciousness, but you will not be making death saving throws.
Okay.
On a 10 plus, you will get up, or you will wake up underneath of him because he's pinning you down with his leg at the moment. But on a 10 below, you will stay unconscious.
Con save?
Con save. With advantage because she's healing you.
First roll was an 11, so I'm up regardless.
You're up.
See if I get a nat 20.
See if you get a nat 20.
No,
Just
okay.
for fun. Okay, so you're up. You come to... Oh, wait, Bramble, I'm so sorry. What else are you doing on your turn?
Right. Because I'm still at a distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to... I should probably hold off on that. I want to cast Word of Radiance. Again, it's a con save of 15.
For me, right?
I guess, yeah, I'm trying to think, do I want to cast it on the shadow? I feel like I would be too focused on Dread on top of Eli. So
okay.
We're going to do Word of Radiance.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Well, okay. I rolled lower than that, but I got a 14.
Right. So you're going to take 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Do you have anything else to do on your turn?
No, I only have 1 because I can't use that just yet. Well, actually, I probably should have used that first, but it's too late. I used the whatchamacallit.
Okay. Sorry.
I can't believe I'm
doing math.
I didn't do that first.
So you come to Eli, and you watch as the radiant damage like flares off on his face. At this point, the box is gonna swing around and slam, because it's only on the one chain. It's gonna slam into the shadow. The shadow's gonna dissipate, and there will be a giant eruption because now it's unable to hold itself together, and you'll watch as the box lets out all of the energy, and the clouds start to go back up into the sky, and there will be this giant so everyone go ahead and roll a strength saving throw. In particular, it's going to be a 10. Not you, Eli.
Bramble got a 17.
I got a 19.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Yes.
So you guys get pushed through the ground, into the ground, and slide 10 feet back. You will slide up against a tree, Meryl, because that's where you're at. Against this tree over here. And it'll, for a second, it'll almost feel like you're pinned because, it's so much force. It's a huge eruption of force. You, Thistle, as well, will just be pushed back to where Meryl is. And Bramble, you're back here about. It's this moment, and then it's almost like a sonic boom hits you. You're deafened, and it's bright, and then there's this wave of heat that overtakes you for a second. Everybody but Meryl, roll a intelligence save, please, for the heat. Meryl, you rolled a nat 20. I'm going to give this one to you.
I have a +0 for strength too.
I definitely got a 2.
21.
Okay. 21, you take nothing. On a 2, you will...
I got a 21.
Okay.
Oh,
On a 2, you will take 5 psychic damage as it's just... It kind of jumbles you a little bit. And again, everybody's prone. And this explosion happens, and it's getting ready. It looks like another ebb is about to happen. I'm trying to think of how to perfectly describe this moment of just like how extra it is, because you're like blinded, you're deafened for a second, and everything starts to come to, and you watch the box like slam into the ground, and these like figures start to like pull up out of it, almost like it's like this arcane moment. And great. There's a red panda. There is a cat that has a sword, and a dog runs out with a sword in its mouth. The three of you, please explain how you guys just ripped out of this box and begin your assault on Dread.
What the fuck?
I think because I was the first one pulled into the box, I would be the first one out of the box.
100%, yes.
And seeing somebody doing, I'm assuming, any type of ceremony, I'm immediately.
He is
going to pull out my
Dread is
sword.
currently on top of Eli, holding two chunks of him. They're all prone. The box erupted. You would be within sight of him. While you recognize him, because for you this was moments ago, he is much bigger than he used to be, and his shadow was just ripped apart as well. So you are.
I'm going to look at him and be like, "You didn't run far enough."
Very
and
good.
Swing at him.
Please, by all means, roll to hit.
Oh my god.
So
You
that's a 20.
motherfucker.
for my
Yes, you hit
first
him.
Swing. That's a nat 20 for my second swing.
Very good.
I don't know.
So I'm going to do both of those first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since this has only been a moment,
Yeah.
Is my weapon still imbued with its magic?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's 25 plus 13, 13 plus 8 is 21 plus...
This would be the original adventuring party.
plus 6
I
is
got that.
27.
How much damage?
27 damage.
Please go ahead and tell me how you kill Dread.
So I literally I come out of the box swinging like you didn't run far enough,
Yeah.
and literally shoved the sword straight into his chest.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20. Please roll again to see if you cleave.
Oh, yes. Come on. A 19. Does that cleave?
We said 19s and 20s.
Yes!
So you hear Kasha, as you swing upwards, you hear Citrine's voice. This one's mine! And you watch as his hand rips off and dissolves into the blade.
So as that happens, for my second action of my turn, I'm also going to use Lay on Hands for healing up anybody who's down.
That's all of them, I promise.
I have 25 hit points, so I'll do 5 hit points each and save 5.
Very good. You guys feel immediately invigorated as this light just pulses out of you. He goes down. Theoretically not Duke here. This crocodile is still alive, but he's kind of just laying there crispy going, thank God, thank God, thank God. The box itself, though, is attached to one current chain, and it's still whipping around making pulses. But as you all do this, it just it falls on the other side of this mound, just dead into the ground. All of the sky becomes normal, and it begins to lightly rain a sun shower. Kasha, Ash, and Whisper, welcome back to what was happening. You would be able to look up and see the mountain that you were just on, but now you're down here in the middle of a valley. For everybody else who's watching, the mini-series where these guys went through will be live as well right now. You can go ahead and watch those 2 episodes. But please, by all means, make your introductions, Kasha.
So I am Kasha. I am a Tabaxi paladin. I am an ancient Tabaxi, but I'm young in my early adulthood is what I look like. I am most likely glued to the hip with this red panda.
Yes. Savage Red Panda, please say hi.
I I'm Kat. I play Ash, who is, again, a feral little red panda with no manners. She has decided that Kasha is her caretaker. I will warn everyone playing with her that she's a biter. She will bite, unprompted. Has bitten Kasha already.
This has already happened, yes.
Again, just no manners, but she's here to fight. She arm wrestled a prairie dog. She's ready to go.
Whisper, please, by all means.
I'm Seth. I play Whisper. Whisper is a wolf that wields a sword, a great sword, in his mouth. He is a dog that's always on all fours, and is pretty much the dad of these two.
Yeah.
Because no matter what he does, they find a way to just go completely opposite directions with it.
Bro,
This is the great adventuring party of the Vault that set out from Madison about 12 years ago and disappeared into the mountains. By all means,
When
please.
Ash rolled out of the box, she is, I think, going to be a little discombobulated. She's going to hop out. She's going to be on all fours, probably. She'll be looking at everybody. She's like, I swear to God, none of you were just here. She just watched Kasha lop this thing's hand off.
Oh, yeah, he
like-
collapses, by the way, on top of Eli.
Oh, well, that's gross. But I think Ash would run over, seeing that happen. She would try to push the body off of this
By all means, you're good.
animal. Do you
Yep.
want me to strength?
You have
That-
more than enough strength to move this animal.
Got it.
You have proven time and time again that you
Right.
are just fine moving something.
You're still raged.
Yeah, you're still
I am.
raged.
Yeah. So when she pops out of this box, I mean, she is feral.
Yep.
She'd be like, what the fuck? What is happening? Where are we? Wait, we were just on this mountain. And who the fuck are you guys?
You. She's Meryl's tapping Thistle, being like, "Oh my God, we were reading about you. You were in the stories and the paladin and the red panda and the wolf.
While all of this is happening, while she's having her little moment, Eli is sitting up. He pulls out the thing of blue water and is just going to immediately take the biggest swig and be like, thanks, and just hand this up to this dog and see if he wants it.
Ash is gonna take it from you as you try to hand it to the dog, and she's like double fisted trying to down it.
Yep.
She didn't ask
You're
at
good.
all.
You have also proven that you can chug, so.
When Ash steals that from you, Kasha's gonna look at him and be like, was that yours?
It was being offered. Fred is not the kind of person I usually want to step on my chest, so I'm just gonna give up.
Bramble
She-
rolls
she's-
a 11
oh,
for
go ahead.
2 wounds on Eli.
Say it again, please.
Bramble rolled an 11 for
Okay.
cure wounds on Eli.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
As Ash is drinking, she'll like hold a finger up and be like, give me a second, because she hasn't stopped. As she probably finishes off the alcohol, she will hand it back to you graciously. She's gonna say, wow, that was so refreshing. Thank you so much. Did you say 12 years? Is that? She's gonna look at Kasha. She's gonna look back at Meryl. She's gonna be like, you said 12 years, right?
Yes, it's 12 years. You are the stuff of legends. You
She's
never
gonna get a
came
little.
back.
She's gonna get a little like blown up by that. She's gonna be like, of course I am.
But you're like, I mean, even Dread was like a bedtime story. This is a lot to process. Are you? Hold on. let's just check on our friend here. She would probably run to Elias first.
Kasha,
Like, are you okay?
everything you know from the last time still applies to what that box is.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting you know.
So
You
while
would
they're
you
all
would
doing
remember.
that, I would probably go to find the box.
Okay. You walk around the side of this area where the chain is. The box is still twitching and jumping. As you come around the side, it's gonna this box inlaid with the same masks we talked about last time when you grabbed it, and it'll stop and shatter, and a figure that not has been seen in this realm for a long time will be a human figure as it starts to like stand up and stretch, and her hair is really long, and she has giant gashes down her back, and she'll look at her fingers and her mouth will streak open, and you'll hear of all these cicada sounds and bugs, and Sapphire will look down at her hands and go, oh yes, where's my husband? And after all this, and she'll stretch out and you'll see her hands turn to talons for a second and then come back, and her back will rip open into bug-like wings, and she will take off into the sky.
Do I have time to do anything? Can I like swing at her or try?
You're not close enough to swing. You could throw something at her, a spell, or the sword, or...
Can I shoot my crossbow at her?
If you are... I will give it to you on disadvantage because this is not something you were paying attention to.
I'm not going to do it then if I'm not paying attention.
But
I'll throw my dagger at her.
Do it.
I got a 18.
It would slam into her back and do no damage as it just... And it would leave some of her, like, black ichor as she goes. And then the box will... And, like, explode into, like, shards. And, it would be like feeling a wave of magic push outwards, and everybody would feel it as the barrier between what Neverwhere and the rest of the realm comes down. Which, Kasha, you would have so much knowledge of, being the only person here that's probably ever hopped realms the way you have. And also, this is the same exact magic that took down that connected the last Fey realms with the human world last time you were there.
I'm just gonna be like this, like heavy, defeated, frustrated sigh, just like.
Over the course of time, while the ritual was cast by two separate people, it did get to go off because of how long it took for everybody to stop the two people from doing the ritual.
Are there any shards of that box left, like big enough for me to stab? Because I want to stab it in frustration.
Yeah, there are pieces of the masks. There are the inlay of the red velvet on the inside. There's a hand laying on the ground as well that looks pretty ancient, with only 3 fingers on it. Yeah, it was 3. Long time ago for me to remember.
I would stab something that anything that most reminds me of him, and I would just be like, "You're not funny."
You can tear apart one of the masks. That's just fine.
Yeah.
Great.
Just like, "You're not funny."
Awesome.
I think upon hearing, if Ash heard the box, like
you would feel the wave of magic too.
Okay,
it would make your hair stand.
Immediately at that point, she's gonna like rush to Kasha's side, to figure out what it is, if there's another enemy. So she's running over there, sickles drawn, like ready for another fight.
Thistle. Sorry to interrupt, but Thistle specifically, because you rolled earlier for this, you would know that wave of energy is chaos magic.
So the same thing I felt earlier.
Yes, it's the same.
So
it would leave the same tingles in your hand even.
I was right in my assumptions.
Sure.
Thistle knows everything.
after this is all done, she's going to get all of you to autograph her book so she can take it back to her store.
Absolutely, Ash would do that.
You would just hear Whisper bark at you.
I feel like we would all run. Because, like, we see the red panda take off being like, what's happening?
I mean, like, would we see the mask? I mean, we saw the obviously the thing fly
Yes,
off.
you saw the human bug woman fly away, yes, with a dagger in her.
Woman.
Yes.
Eli
Bramble would like to be like,
Kasha,
yeah.
right?
Eli, yes, you do recognize Kasha.
So while everyone's running off and doing their thing, Eli's just kind of walk up and just stand beside Kasha and just be like, glad to see you're doing well. There's an old squirrel that'll probably drop dead if he sees you. And then I'm going to hand her my flask and...
Kasha?
Ash?
Go ahead.
Kasha's literally looking at him like trying to remember his name.
Very good.
She's so bad with that.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not expecting you to remember my name. Like, I know who you are. I'm just like...
Ash, please, and then I will take my moment.
I think that when Ash saw the hand on the ground, I think she's probably going to kick it. And just to, like, see if it does anything. She's not very smart. But if it doesn't move, she's going to, like, sniff it and pick it up.
Okay.
And then she's going to look at Kasha. She's going to show it to her. Like, can I have this?
Sure. But if
She's going to put it right in her pocket.
Very cool. Awesome. I'll add it to your inventory later. Kasha. Although it only feels like moments for you, you are also somebody who is normally kind of displaced from time. Mm-hmm. Looking around, you would understand that time has passed. Even looking at this, well, Eli, who was once kind of much younger, once you kind of remembered where he was or who he is, I think it would dawn on you that while you did come home to Omni, you did not expect to be fully home. Now that the barrier is down, you understand what is beyond the mountains, what the rest of this continent can hold, because this is your original continent from your first life. And I think that slowly those memories of watching this place get torn out of time would like kind of roll back to you. And you understand that while that is kind of cool, this part of this realm is going to change greatly as travelers from the south come up this way.
Yeah. So I think with that, what I would do would be go back through my bag and find one of my older books that has maps from before.
Great.
And break out one of those to try to plot where I think that the lady was heading.
Okay. Awesome. You would also know that there are probably many differences because you haven't been south of the mountains in a long time. Mm-hmm. And on that note, we will go to break. Welcome back. Both parties, you are now standing in front of each other. Everything has subsided. Like I said, it's a light sun shower that's happening currently. That being said, you know that it's going to get cold very soon because the weather is getting back to normal. Kasha and you guys know that if you go just slightly up north, you can get back to where the river bends and make your way back to Madison. But everybody, by all means, please, let's talk about both parties staring at each other.
Elias is getting up off the ground. He's going to be like, oh, that was a good save. Thank you very much. Now, why were you in a box?
I think at this point you would hear everybody, or at least everybody would hear Whisper start to telepathically speak, and just start explaining. Well, we killed a guy. After we killed the guy, the box kind of went out of control. Ash tried to stop it. Kasha tried to stop it. I tried to stop it. And the box stopped us.
Okay, that's all the explanation Elias needs. Elias recognizes Kasha, and you're not trying to actively attack us, so just be like, let's get the fuck out of here. I mean, we can talk and walk as we move, but it's just like, let's not hang around the crazy, unstable magical ritual site, if you guys please.
Ash is gonna be like, you're efficient. I like you.
Well, I feel like the first time like someone's tried to talk in like Bramble's head, so I feel like she would kind of like look around because and the whole time, right? Meryl's been talking to Eli in his head, but nobody else. So I feel like she'd be like, kind of had this, the hell, be like, is anybody else like hear that? Is like it's dog talking? Like
Be like, it's the wolf. He's speaking in our minds.
and
Whisper
then be like,
would then bark.
do that?
He does
Bramble, Meryl
Yeah.
would message Bramble. Meryl would message Bramble and be like, look, I can do it too.
Like at that point, Bramble's now just like totally upset. Like even Meryl can now do this. Be like, okay, I need to figure out how this works.
It's that Peppa Pig moment.
There you go. Exactly. What, you could whistle too? Click. That moment right
So
there.
Kasha's going to suddenly remember Eli's name and be like, Eli, that's what it was.
Wow, you got that way faster than I was expecting.
It's only been a couple days. Or
I mean, but to be fair, I don't think you would actually call me by name that often when I did know you.
You were a kid. I don't like kids.
That's fair.
I think
They're
that
not
Ash
all terrible.
after
Eli's gonna catch himself and kind of say,
Have you sheathed your sword yet, Kasha?
No.
I think that you would hear in your head as well, Bramble, a voice, and I'm a sword.
oh, that's cool.
Like, can everybody talk in their head? That's me?
I think Meryl would get really excited and go to Thistle, be like, we've read about stuff like this, and now it's
so exciting.
It's very exciting. Does your sword have a name?
Citrine's memory.
We'll write
Citrine's
that down.
memory.
Citrine's memory. We'll add that.
We'll have to add it.
You'll hear
Are you
crunching.
a scribe?
You'll hear crunching, and then Citrine will say, these are good fingers.
Sword eats fingers. Got it.
Good. I'm glad you got that down. Wait. So you're Kasha?
Yes. And you are?
I'm Meryl, and you made my map. And she'd pull it out.
Oh, that's right. That Kasha.
You made my map.
Oh,
You made this. This helped us get through the forest, kind of. Please.
Do I
tell me what?
recognize which book that is?
Yes, that is the book that Duval dropped in the water.
I'm gonna be like, that idiot Duval.
Well, I don't know a Duval, but this map. Can you tell me what these markings mean?
Before that, one second. Just because I want to make her wait. Before that, actually, you do know Duval. You used mending on the book, and that is the book's author.
Oh.
Anyway,
Hey.
go ahead.
I had Duval down. I didn't remember what. All I wrote down was Duval.
Right.
Because
he
these
was
aren't
idiot
these aren't
scribe.
privy notes, so I don't have everything down.
Don't worry, I understand. Kasha, you could go ahead and describe and explain the markings now, and everybody can get mad at me.
Please.
Oh, well, you're just missing the other book. You
What
need
other
this. I'm going to reach into my bag and find the associated journal and be like, it matches the journal entries.
Can I see it, please?
Yeah, I hand you the journal.
Okay. She's
And, like,
gonna
if you
hand it
look
to
in the
this.
corner of the pages, there'll be like whatever I'm writing about. There'll be like an image on the corner that will match the image on the map. So whatever's happened there.
Okay. That makes sense. She'll hand it to Thistle and be like, okay, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna play match game.
We're playing match. We're walking as we're doing.
Yeah.
I think that Ash, after she realized that Elias had alcohol, she's gonna go up to him. She's gonna sniff him. No boundaries whatsoever. She is probably gonna hold her hand out. She's gonna be like, "Do you have anything to eat? Do you have any snacks?"
Let's see. I started with 10 rations, and I've used I think I have 1 or 2 rations left. I'll give you a ration.
She's just gonna hold both hands out.
So I'll just take it and I'll put it in your hand, and I'll just give you. I'll open it for you first too, and just give you a ration.
She is face first in her hands, eating it.
Whisper, would you like anything? I still have water left.
Whisper would look at you, and he would just hold up his paw and be like,
It's I'm not gonna make anybody roll. It's a very lovely walk. You walk pretty much
Walking
all.
to the river, correct?
Huh? Yeah, you're walking towards the river.
The river.
You walk pretty much all day. It gets to be the late evening. Again, sun shower for most of it. As the sun goes down, the breeze picks up. There are fireflies. There's a twilight sky of. Finally, you can see the moon in all its glory. The smaller blue moon perks up next to it. There's a red constellation of Dalinar and Nozdog in the sky. And you guys eventually make your way all the way to the river. What are we doing at the river?
Are these constellations new? Has the sky changed since all this magical energy was released?
So no, these are constellations that now you can see all of because the barrier is down. Normally there is a spot in the sky where it's almost like blackness that goes off into nothingness, but now there's extra stars and it's like it can go on further.
Okay.
When we get to the water, I would look over at Ash and be like, "Do you want to do the honors?"
She would get really, really excited. She would run up to the water, and you would see Ash starting to sway and waltz with herself, and she'll start to sing Gramada Mata.
Wonderful. The almost immediately when you start singing, you'll feel the water bubble up, and you'll see a much older turtle erupt. She's got this bark all over her. Before, when she had little hundreds of eyes, now they're almost like St. Elmo's fires, little dots of purple radiance on her. And there are all these extra little voices and eyes, and they all sing along with you as these vines pull up, and they look like blights as they sing along with you. But Mata looks up and goes, "It's been so long since I've seen you all. Oh my gosh."
Ash is gonna wave at her with both hands. She's like, "Hi, Grandma. It's so good to see you."
Mata's gonna clap and then wave back and be like, "I missed you all."
She's gonna climb right up on her back.
Gorgeously.
Mata's. Oh my gosh.
Whisper would just be waving frantically.
She's gonna look at you three, and then look at the other four, and be like, "You were with them. You should have sang the first time, like I said."
Meryl?
Hi, Matamata. So great to see you. We just met them, actually. But, Ash did such a great job singing. I see why you asked for us to sing.
Oh, yes, these are wonderful people. They fought a panther on my back and saved, and then they were very nice when I that was 1,000,000 years ago.
Well, it was 12.
That's the same.
You're right.
It is.
Do you need a ride back to the bridge?
Yes, please.
Underneath of you guys, you'll feel all the vines erupt and just move you on to her back. It's a little bit cramped this time. There's a lot of you. But it would Mata would nudge her head around and try and give Whisper a spot to sit on top of her head. Mm-hmm. And she'd say, "I'll keep my head above water if you need extra room."
Whisper would immediately telepathically speak to her and say, honestly, if you want to be in the water, that's perfectly fine with me too. I love the water.
Ooh, let's go then. And she'll drop you down into the water just slightly, and it'll be like a little, like, you'll just be just barely in the water, so it's enough to just get you wet as we go. And she will take off the same way she did last time, like a little, almost like a speedboat, as it like moves up a little bit and makes the waves faster. And it'll be the same thing as last time, a 2-day drive up the river to the bridge where you all met, or you all got dropped off the first time. Who wants to roll me a d20?
Who?
I'll do it.
Oh.
Eli, by all means, roll a d20.
Bramble's like excited. Never been on the back of a turtle. She's probably like, oh my god, just like looking at everything. Like, this is gonna be a great.
Kasha would be slightly more alert this time since we did get attacked by a panther last time.
Yeah, you did get attacked by a displacer beast last time, yes.
Whisper would be very, very much on guard and warn everybody else behind him to make sure they're looking up at the trees just in case.
Ash still does not
that's a
care. She's a
17,
little drunk.
on the
She
D20.
just ate.
17. Okay, cool. The first day goes by. Beautiful. Would you all think that you all would have plenty of time to talk? Matta would kind of talk back and say, "So, when you get back to Madison, will somebody bring me food this time? Nobody's brought me food in forever."
I will make sure that gets
promise,
arranged.
I will bring you food. Thank you very much for all your help, madam.
And did you do what you said? You all said you were trying to save the clouds?
We did. We said we did. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. That means that people will start coming back and talking to me again, right?
That's the
Yeah.
hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
I think Whisper would.
It
lean
almost
down
feels
and
like a
just
threat.
hug her.
Yeah. We got that.
Yeah, we're like, maybe you gonna eat us?
We will.
I was definitely coming back. I don't have any giant turtle friends, and Garvey's gonna eat the story up.
Ash doesn't hear any of this. She's spread
Oh,
eagle
hell is
soaring
Garvey?
across Kasha's lap.
He's married with kids.
Good for him.
He'd probably still leave his wife for you, so just to prepare him.
Poor Beryl.
Hey, y'all.
Poor Beryl. I love
Well,
Beryl.
it's been 12 years. He still talks about you when he gets drunk.
That is true. That did happen.
As we're writing, I think Whisper would pull out his flute and immediately start playing his flute.
Please roll. Please roll performance again.
It is an 18.
Oh, that's so much better than last time. So it's not My Heart Will Go On penny whistle style this time. What are we
No.
playing?
This time it's still My Heart Will Go On because it's one of the only songs Whisper knows. But this time, Whisper, being trapped in a box for 12 years, has time to stew on the thought of that. And
12 years, a blink of an eye, whichever.
they're the same thing, really. But
There's only never mind.
he's learned that he has to actually hold it with his paws, and instead of just hold the flute out with his mouth.
I love it. Okay, so Whisper plays a very nice tune. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to go off of that. Second D20. Second D20. Let's have one of the newer people. Whisper, you roll the D20.
Ooh, okay.
You're the one playing music.
That is an 8.
Okay. So interestingly enough, as you guys are being taken up river, 4 of you know about this, but the 3 of you from before did not witness this last time because Matta was much younger and not developed into her full self yet. As you're going up the river, you'll see the little eyes watching you from the shores. And they're like little purple flames of things, and they all are like echoing things as they go. And normally you just hear cicada noises, or every once in a while you'll hear chessa 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 as you pass by that area a little bit. And then towards the edge of everything, as you're getting towards where, if you remember, there's a part where like you come out of the woods for a bit and go around one of the hills before you get back to the spot where you all were brought into. As you hit the hills again, you'll hear just screaming as they all echo the screams. And then as you get back into the forest, it'll subside a little bit. And you'll watch as a couple of the blights are eating one of the panthers. The
Gross.
panther is not screaming, though. The screaming was something completely different as you pass by.
Whisper would look over seeing this, and all he could think in his head would be, "You deserve that."
That's fair.
Whisper
Does he say
didn't have a
that to
very good
anyone?
moment with this thing.
Whisper's not fond of panthers.
Right.
Does the screaming concern anyone else?
Very concerning.
Ash is asleep.
Right,
Because
if they
you're
copy
drifting
the
past it.
sound,
Hmm?
do they just copy the? Do they just repeat what they hear, or do they copy the sound? Do they sound like what the scream would, like the person that's screaming, or do they sound just like a bunch of blights?
No, they mimic the sounds perfectly, almost.
Would we recognize the scream?
Nope.
Not our problem then. Let's keep going.
Whisper would just be way too enthralled in his own music. The fact that he's actually playing it good for a change.
God, this is so on
We
point.
we finished the mission. Let's get home before we take on any new missions.
But it didn't sound pleasant.
Yeah, but
It
by the
probably
time we
wasn't.
get there,
Probably was not. You're right, Kasha.
Aren't all of y'all like on the brink of death?
Exactly.
I
Oh.
feel great.
Except Whisper, I guess.
Yeah, I'm vibing.
Brandon's doing
Kasha,
pretty
you
good.
have time to talk to Mata. She is a being of this realm.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to ask her any questions before she drops you off, this would be the time.
Kasha's not real good at investigating shit.
I know, but I'm giving you the chance.
I honestly don't know what Kasha would ask because her sole focus right now is getting these random people back to their town, and then she needs to set off to go try to stop.
Sapphire, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the person.
I feel like Meryl would be talking to Kasha, even if Kasha's not talking to Meryl.
Well, I'm happy to engage in conversation. I just don't know what to ask, so it's more like the reciprocating conversation.
Oh, by
So
all
she's-
means, Meryl, ask a couple questions.
So if she be like, "Oh, okay. So you've been here before because you had all these maps, and it seems like you have
just
other
a couple
maps."
days ago.
Well, like, I know it seems like a couple of days, but it was a really long time ago, actually.
Time is irrelevant.
I also see time is
On
a very
brand.
interesting concept. I think time is fascinating. So why is time relative to you?
Because when you've been alive for so long, it happens. And it doesn't happen, and then it happens faster. Sometimes it happens slower. Time is time.
Can you control your time, or is it just being alive for a long time?
I think the areas that you're in control the time. And some gods do.
Yeah. I like Cronus. Cronus seems like a cool guy.
He was cool.
Was he real?
Yeah.
What was he like? Do you know if he has like a helper, like a lifeline? Because I'd like to talk to him.
I don't know if he still is in this world.
Oh, well,
Have you tried?
I'm still looking. I've tried a couple of times.
Did he answer?
No.
Probably not in this world then.
As she stares off into the distance.
There's
While all this
other.
is happening, I imagine I'm getting drunk with Ash. I'm just passing this flask back and forth as long as you're taking it.
She will take. She downed 2 entire fish bowls of mead without taking a breath.
Whisper, do you want some of this?
Whisper would look back from sitting on top of Madamada's head and be like, and then bark, and then look back.
Is this the blue water you're
Sorry,
drinking?
Eli's just gonna nod and just keep handing the flask back and forth.
Is this the blue water you all are drinking?
Yes.
Oh, both Constitution checks, thank you.
Checks or saves?
Checks. You're not gonna get hurt.
She's gonna get drunk.
Well, I don't know what you're doing
You
after.
might get hurt.
I got a nat 1.
I got a 2.
Okay, both of you are drunk.
That was the plan.
With Eli drunk, can Bramble grab the rope and tie him down, right? To like the shell or something, right?
Tasha is going to go over and stand next to Ash and just hold on to her with her tail to make sure she doesn't fall into the water.
Yeah. Okay.
Ash is
What is
very, very
happening?
animated. She is like telling stories of everything that happened. She is telling them about how she got electrocuted after she put her fingers into some holes to open a door and
Yeah.
how cool she looked doing it.
How you guys fought the giant
Elias is just going to be telling stories about how he had to fight this bear and keep these kids alive. And, like, one of them keeps getting kidnapped by birds. And this rope has gone, like, a long way. I don't know why she's tying it around me. Even drunk, she's probably the one that's going to wander off. But as long as she's holding the rope, I guess it's the same thing. So, whatever makes everyone feel good.
Whisper
Bramble's
is
gonna
just
like
in the
pat like
front.
him on the head, like it's okay, Eli. You know, it's okay. I'm gonna save you again. Thank you.
Are you offering the drink to Madamada?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Madam would like a drink.
Yes. And she will take a large swig of it, and now I'm gonna roll for my Constitution.
Whisper
She's
is just
driving!
full on,
Uh,
just like,
Madamada is drunk as well on a nat 1. So
Why are we offering it to the turtle?
you guys kind of start swaying a little bit as the turtle, as Madamada gets just a little bit. But now she's talking and she's telling stories too.
Don't
She's
go
like,
water.
and she's like, I remember when those hunters used to bring me offerings, and my mom, she would tell us that we had to be nice and that I'm not supposed to eat them. And I like the way the hunters taste. In fact, I like the way most of you all probably taste. But I'm not supposed to be mean. We're supposed to be helpful turtles. And she's just swaying back and forth.
Ash would agree.
Definitely
She said,
appreciate
I
that, Madam
taste
Mada."
fantastic, in case you were wondering.
I bet. I've never met a I don't know. And she's gonna turn and look, and as she looks at you, she's gonna go in a little circle in the river. And she's like, "What are you anyway?"
She is gonna grab her tail and she's gonna hold it and like pet it, and she's like, I am a red panda.
Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful. I have a tail too, and she's gonna. You're gonna see like her tail whip out of the water, and it's this big, like scaly dragon tail because it's a dragon snapping turtle, and it's got like little spikes on it. And she's like, look at mine, and she starts to like slowly rock all the way into the water. So a bunch of you get a little bit wet. Kasha, you don't because you're at the top, and but then it like subsides. It goes back, and since all of you are used to being on ships, you're good. But this is very much a drunk turtle talking and going in circles, and you have to then she starts to tell stories again and like starts going back, and somebody roll survival.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Okay.
With all this swaying, is Whisper getting dunked into the water
Yes,
now?
yes, you have been dunked at least 3 times.
I feel like
I feel like Whisper would have jumped off of Matamata's head onto the shell, like in the center of everybody, and just starts shaking himself off like a dog.
Great.
Tasha would dodge any water that was coming at her.
Meryl is screaming at Elias, being like, and you thought that we were going to be here. We are not being dunked on the turtle.
That's when you would see.
As a sailor, I would never trust anyone on the water that's not at least a little bit drunk. Never get on a boat where the captain is not drunk.
Do you have navigation?
Yes.
Roll survival with advantage.
Okay.
Bramble wants to take this opportunity to remind Matamata that hedgehogs are poisonous.
That's great. I have a lot of venom too. I don't mind.
12 on survival.
What did you get for survival?
So 12 on survival.
Okay. On a 10 plus, you realize she's still going in the correct direction after she makes herself. Yeah.
Drinking and sea life just mix.
Okay.
Great.
I haven't worked on a boat, but it's a thing. Trust me.
As he's talking about being on boats, Kasha's gonna be like, "Hey, whatever happened to my boat?"
Garvey has it. I think. I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
Garvey had it.
It's fine.
Did
She's gonna take the time to focus to call her boat back to port, no matter where it's at.
Yep. So you guys,
someone's on Kasha's boat is just now getting kidnapped.
right?
My God.
Longer day happens. Matamatta's kind of drunk. Who is actually paying attention? Like, to the surroundings and what's going on?
Tasha would be. She's very alert.
Whisper would
now.
definitely be on that shit right now.
Okay.
Meryl
Ain't
and
no-
Whistle.
Ain't
Okay.
no way.
For you all who raised your hand, go ahead and roll perception. Or survival.
Elias is just happy there's someone else here to keep this group alive. And
I got a 22.
Ash doesn't know shit.
Whisper got an
I'm
11.
still holding on to the rope.
Kasha, that's fine. You watch as you get close to that pier, and Matamata drunkenly just right on past it.
Oh,
Kasha's gonna be like, Matamata,
Huh? Yes, dear.
we gotta go back. You passed the pier.
Go back. I could just dock here. It's okay. And she just climbs up onto the rocks and like kind of starts to roll over.
Is this what off-roading is like? I feel like we've read
Kasha's
about
going to
things.
grab Ash and jump off before she rolls all the way.
Very good.
We're jumping.
She doesn't like roll onto her back, but she like nudges you guys onto shore. And she's like sitting there. It's all rocky. There are some bloomed white trees, which are think of like what are those like weeping willow trees, but they just have blooms of white flowers that mix with the snow as snow comes, and it's just a very pretty sight normally. But there's no snow yet. And she just like lets you guys off. It's this would be the middle of the night, like midnight of this day. You guys made it back to shore on the correct side of the river. You know that you're a 2.5 day walk from Madison. 3 days if you decide to dance with a fox like the last time, but that's okay.
I don't think we have a fox this time.
Not this time.
I do.
Yes, we do.
I'm close.
That's what we technically do.
Oh yeah, I guess this one is a fox.
That's true.
Technically.
For dancing with me?
Kasha's gonna be like, I guess they're probably not gonna meet us here. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Matamata's
they
gonna.
probably think we're dead. So
They who? Who are you talking about?
Matamata's gonna say her goodbyes, and then ask if she can have another drink.
yeah, I'll give Matamata some more.
Great.
And I'll be like, I'll come see you with some fish soon.
We'll
Wonderful.
bring you fish.
Great. Don't go too far up north. Make sure you stay towards the path. Okay, bye. And then she'll like roll back into the water.
Bye, Grandma.
Bye, honey. She'll take off. Ash rolled a very, very high roll to talk Matamata into being their friend, just so you all understand.
Ash really likes Matamata.
I was trying to figure out how that was. I was like, isn't Ash a panda and Mad is a turtle? Like,
she started calling her grandma because she's old now.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna question it.
Garvey's basically like my dad, and he's a squirrel.
Whisper would ask anybody.
But what's funny is
that's
Garvey
not
did
from
not
the
start
party.
out as a squirrel. He started out as a human child.
But yeah, Whisper would ask any of the 4
Oh,
people that are
they
not
don't
part of the
know!
original party.
No, Garvey's one of the kids that ran off, right?
Yeah, Garvey's
Yeah,
from.
I got that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You all know
Yeah.
Garvey's the boy from Camitopia that y'all saved.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
I remember that.
We knew that, but for some reason it still feels like we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that.
I did a very good
Memory's
job.
weird when you're in
I
another
think I did a
plane.
very good job of storyboarding all of this as we went.
No. I think we knew that, but I think it just now hit me that he went from human to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because if you remember when Wade was talking about my dream and we
Right.
were coming back into Omni
Yes.
from wherever we went, everyone else on the boat got turned into animals that wasn't already an animal.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we did do that. And
What were you saying, Whisper?
Whisper was going to ask anyone that's not part of his original party, so he's not asking Kasher or Ash. He would be asking the other 4 if any of them are tired and would like to ride him back to town.
The only one that could not do that is Thistle.
Yeah.
Well, Eli will probably won't accept your offer, but Thistle and Eli are a little bit too big for that. But the other 2 would fit very nice.
Eli is drunk and Eli would 100% try to accept that offer. But seeing that there's a group of people around and trying to keep up appearance, Eli will restrain himself. But Eli is definitely tempted to take that offer while he's drunk.
Well, that's okay because since you're still technically tied up, from Bramble, I feel like she would pull you a little bit. Like I do. I would want to ride maybe pull Eli a little bit, so he'd go in that direction.
Awesome.
Mind you, Whisper is like a 4-foot tall wolf.
Yeah.
He's pretty big boy.
that's okay. I think you're the same height as Mary.
Are we
I
close?
think you-
We're 2 days outside of Madison.
2.5 days outside Madison, yes.
How many days away from Coldmeadow?
Many, many more.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to Madison for this.
So yeah, let's go to Madison, and then we can. You guys are from Madison, so you guys can go your separate way, and
I saw
there
it
I
click.
guess we'll try to find a ship to take us back. to
We're
Coldmeadow.
from Madison?
A ship from Madison to Coldmeadow would work.
What happened
Well,
to
as far as we know, you guys left out from Madison, but I guess I don't know where you guys are from.
province to poof, like
Well,
teleportation?
Kasha, obviously, I know you're not from Madison. Kasha,
Like,
I don't.
I arrived to Madison with you.
Right. Yeah, I know you're not from Madison, but I assume Whisper and Ash were from Madison.
They
I
were
think-
on the same boat as
I
us.
think what Kasha's asking is why you don't live in Madison if that's where you arrived. I'm talking to you, Eli.
I know.
Are you going to explain that you own a bar now?
Well, I live the next town over. I own my own tavern now. Garvey is actually staying in the same town as I am. Madison, let's just say, Madison's close enough, but it's not where we need it to be.
Okay.
I'm going to allow this fast forward to happen. It is a footpath that is actually very safe. You guys know that. 2.5 days pass. I'll say 3 if you decide to dance with each other.
I'll say along the way, Meryl would want to know, being like, "Who'd you meet last time? You danced with foxes? Do foxes like to dance? Do you like to dance, Thistle?"
Yeah, actually, it's one of my favorite things to do in the aisles of the bookstore while I'm putting stuff back.
Ash, at that exact moment in time, will motion to Whisper and ask him if he could play them a tune.
Whisper would look over at Ash, knowing how poorly he played last time. He would nod and pull his flute out.
Yes.
She's going to give him a thumbs up.
Performance with advantage, Whisper. Since you're...
Rolls 2 nat ones.
Actually, I rolled 2 6s, so it's a 7.
There we go. Whisper's doing his best.
Whisper, man, I get it. That was me for like several days.
Can like Bramble like poke him, right, with like one of her needles and like give him a help action to, you know, either.
Well, I already gave him advantage, so I don't know what else to
do. I think the poking is what's
but like
causing
it'll
it.
accidentally like silence him, right? You know?
Oh, okay.
So anyway, you guys dance around.
That was mean.
As we're walking, I would be journaling.
Of course.
Ash is going to, without asking, take Thistle's hands. She's going to spin her around, and they are now waltzing as everyone else is walking.
Very good. My point is, you guys have a wonderful walk back. You guys exchange stories of both parties. You all understand what happened. You know what's going on. All right. Where is my book?
Want to borrow mine?
Later.
I full well expect to learn what these symbols mean. I'm not letting that go.
Yeah, no, we are still. I
gave
thought
you
we
the
were
key.
actively working on that.
I understand you have given me a figurative key in the story. This is Alex talking. I desperately want to understand what the fucking symbols are, Way.
Oh, ask one.
Why are there 2 X's?
Well, the larger X is Mount Laurel. It's not a nice place, and Kasha got wet there. The other X is the lily pad pond, and Kasha got wet there too.
What's the potion?
That's the potion is the Wait, I have to look at it.
Or the shovel.
The
Yeah,
shovel
and the
too.
shovel.
Is the potion where they're growing the melons?
What's that?
Is the potion where they're growing the melons?
Yes, that's right. The potion's where the melons are growing, the melon grove.
Okay. And then there's the shovel at the foot of Mount Laurel.
The shovel is where the box was originally buried.
And the big paw print.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there were the little paw prints up the path. So where's the big paw print?
There was one big one.
The big paw print is probably where it was either a mistake because y'all were just making paw prints on maps back then, or if you have it in your book, that's where there is a like a hunter's rest for like when people like make shacks and stuff. You saw a couple of them on the other side.
So we know where the eyeball is Matamata is, and then we
No, the eyeball is the spectator that you saw.
Oh. Oops. What were the gumball machine looking things?
Oh, you figured that out.
That was the marsh.
Because the frogs told you that's the frogs
I
told you
was
that's
just confirming, and then we knew where the
Yeah.
waterfall was. Why was the waterfall marked?
Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
because they're waterfalls, and she marks major
But you didn't
spots.
get wet there.
They weren't
I
on that.
figured she got wet there.
They weren't. Well, but also they're waterfalls. They weren't on the map when it was made, so she drew the waterfalls in.
Okay. Thank you. I needed to know that so bad.
It's all good.
While we're getting stories together, Bramble would like to make sure that we have our story together, but for when we get to cold weather, that we actually took down all 3 bears. I just need everybody to maintain said story. Okay, like.
Oh my God, there's 2 more bears.
Bramble, we're not going to lie about what happened. You 3 are heroes enough as it is. You saved the town. You brought back the weather, and you met the legendary heroes that set off who helped you achieve your goal. I think you guys are
Yeah.
heroes enough as it is.
Well, us four. 'Cause we're all heroes.
Aw.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
And I'll give everyone a gold star.
Like bardic
Yay!
inspiration.
No, they have
There's
stickers.
just gold star
No,
stickers that people get
They're
for doing
real
a good
gold
job.
stars.
In fact,
As
I'm
they've
gonna
told me
give
about their
Ash
stories,
and-
I've been writing them in my journal.
And
Come
Meryl,
on,
Yeah.
gold star.
Ash,
Yeah.
Whisper, and Kasha's all gonna get a gold star sticker too.
Ash is
Meryl
gonna
has-
eat it.
Okay?
Whisper's also going to get the gold star.
Whisper, can I put it on your nose and then you lick it off?
Yes.
The front of Madison looks a little bit different this time, guys. It has 2 large archways, and there's like a nice new sign. Last time you were here, it was just a dock that led outwards. But it's much more grandiose.
It's grown up so nicely.
You guys would come in through the front gate. It's open for the public. Nobody's really expecting anything crazy to happen in Madison. As you enter, a couple people would start whispering in point. It wouldn't be super noticeable yet. You would get towards where the town square is, where like the town hall is, with the multiple vines reaching up into a large tree that resembles the great tree down south a little bit, just like last time. The wall is much older than it was, but still newer than the rest of the
No longer
thing.
destroyed.
Right, the wall that was destroyed. But this time, instead of pedestals, there are 3 statues of each of you. Ash, your statue is on the pedestal that you arm wrestled on, and it's got you doing your pose. The rest of you have full statues of you guys, and each one has a little plaque on it with your name and Love Duval.
Ash is gonna go stand in front of her statue. She's super excited to see a statue of herself, and she's gonna do the same pose right in front of it.
You'll hear people like talk, and then out of the town hall will come the current town elder, who is not the seagull from last time. It is an older, but still older middle-aged. So say like in human years it'd be like early 40s. A prairie dog that looked like it at one point was much more muscular. Will come out with his little sash on, and he'll look, and his eyes will kind of light up for a second, and he'll say, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in like 15 years. I was Ash." He'll just say your name.
She's gonna stare at him for a second, because it's been so long. I don't.
Not
know
only
that
that,
she's
he
gonna
looks
recognize
older
him,
and
he's
deflated.
huge. Oh, okay. And then like once it clicked, I don't know what she would do. Is he old? Does he look frail?
No.
Or is he just like big and
He's
older now?
He's just it's like he went from being like the meathead, like I do all the stuff, to having like a dad bod, and like you could tell he was at one point very in shape, but now this is like the guy whose best years were in high school type of idea, you know. But he is the town elder.
I think that Ash, not understanding that he's an elder, she's gonna get really excited. She's gonna drop to all fours, and she's gonna take off running towards him. She's gonna tackle him.
He is going to immediately let you just tackle into him, and he will like he'll this time he's bigger, so he can withstand the impact a little bit.
Right.
But let's strength check each other.
That's cute.
19.
16.
Awesome. So he catches you, and he's like, he's like, ah! Like he just like screams with you, and like as he does it, and he's like,
that Ash, she would probably pull out one of her sickles, and she's like shaking it in the air, like screaming at the same time.
These two are just making little circles, like, cause this is like him going back into like frat boy stages of him like doing the whole thing, and he's like, we thought you were dead. Oh my! And then he like looks and he like composes himself immediately and goes, I'm so glad to see you all. Duval left ages ago.
She's gonna be like, don't be such a stickler. You want to arm wrestle?
Yes, we have to go inside though. Your statue's where we did it last time. Actually, I know. Let's go to the tavern.
Blue mustache man?
Oh, well, he's a little bit older than me, but yeah, let's go. And
Blue
like
mustache man. That's all she's gonna say, and she's gonna take off towards the tavern.
And those two are gonna take off towards Sea Spray Tavern.
Oh, I love that place. I'm going to.
Those three.
I mean, I've definitely been to Sea Spray.
Oh no, yes, you have. You understand.
Ash doesn't
Masha
remember
is
his
still
name, but she
staring at the
knows the
statue.
mustache.
I don't know his name or that face, but I know that mustache.
I think Meryl would ask Bramble and Thistle, who's also never been outside of Coldmeadow, be like, do you think that greeting is normal? Do you think that we also will have to do that?
No.
Whisper would hear this, and he would speak and say, I assure you, it is not normal.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Raven was thinking like some of her siblings do something like that.
Well, should we follow? Do you have to talk to anyone else here? What are we? This is really fun. This is what a town.
At this moment, the first snow will begin to fall, and people will cheer and scream, and you will see almost everybody in the town immediately begin to swarm you. And just, this is a moment of pure joy where they all just cheer for you guys and hug you, and like people are crying. It has not been a good year for this place without food, and this is the first sign that anything is going to get back to normal.
So as that's happening and they're all gathering around, because I'm assuming I'm still standing there with those guys.
You and Whisper are still
Anybody
there.
who didn't run off to the bar, I'm gonna gesture to the new party and just be like, "You're heroes."
The other, the town is going to freak out and ask people's names. You'll all be asked your names. You'll all be told that dinner's on them, and they're like it's becoming like a large like just you guys are rock stars at the moment.
And that's why Eli let y'all have that moment. Because Eli saw people looking, and I was like, this is not for me.
Okay, so while that's happening, you guys get to the bar. There is a young woman behind the bar. She's a weasel as well. She has those bright little like dawn spots on her, just like her father did. And instead of a little mustache, she has tons of blue stripes in her fur. But then she also has like one like large pink striped hair that you can tell is like completely dyed. She did it herself. And she has like a little bit of a grungy look to her because she's wearing like little grunge outfit and like the little like, you know, shirt that everything you'd see in the early 90s on, like if she could have chopped hair, she would. And like, and she's behind the bar and she's like, oh my God, like there's people here. I am new, but I can help get you drinks if you'd like.
Ash will scramble straight up to the bar, sit on the stool that she had previously sat on.
It'll click. The second you do all this, it'll click. And she'll be like, You're one of the heroes! You're a statue!
Ash will be very proud of that. Be like, absolutely I am. Can I have some mead?
And then you'll hear from the end of the bar as this older weasel with a little blue mustache that's kind of faded and all of the very gray faded spots on his back. He'll say, "She wants a fishbowl." and his daughter will look and say, "We don't serve the fish." "She wants a fishbowl."
Ash is going to rudely disregard the girl in front of her. She's going to scramble over the bar towards the old weasel, and she's going to face plant right into his chest and just like wrap him up in a big barbarian hug. She'll probably pick him up.
Yes, 100%.
And she'll just say, "Blue mustache man."
And he'll say, "Oh, my savage red panda. I can't fight with you this time. I'm so sorry."
That's okay.
As she's going over the counter, Elias is just using his mage hand to catch anything she might knock off. Because being a tavern owner, he's just like, I don't want to see shit breaking here. It's just going to fuck with my anxiety.
You can do it. 100%. You'll catch everything because you're used to it. Roll performance, though.
Okay. Performance. I was so close to a 17. That is a 4.
It shakily caught. The girl doesn't notice, but you do catch everything. You put it back up. She turns around. She looks at you and goes, Can I get you something too? I should probably get you something too."
I am actually okay right now. I think Elias is just kind of sobering up from all the blue water he drank. So he's good at the moment, but he'll definitely go talk to the tavern owner once Ash is done saying her hellos.
Okay. She'll come back with a very large fishbowl full of like this weird like non-honey concoction that is it's basically just cheap beer. It's not like it used to be. But she'll have it. She'll be carrying it like this as she goes.
Ash will double fist the bowl, and she, as she always does,
roll Constitution just like last time.
Gonna try to drink the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
And as she does, that's a 22.
Yeah. Third time. Just...
Damn.
Awesome. What are you talking to the owner about while you have a moment there, Eli?
I'm just gonna come up and greet him and just be like, "It's good to see you." Because I imagine I would have been through this place back when he was still the owner if I was out traveling.
He's still the owner. He's just older.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just come up and it's good to see you.
How are you?
Let Garvey know you're still alive and kicking. That'll be...
Tell the old squirrel that I miss him, and it's not the same since he used to bring me some of my stuff.
Well, you let me know what you need, and I'll make sure you get what you're looking for.
Well, all right. Yeah, I'll send a list down south a little bit. Y'all, we haven't had market here this year, so it's been a lot.
Yeah,
I can't make the same stuff.
Taking care of that, but hopefully things should be getting better soon.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. I need to sit. He's gonna like brokenly sit.
The flash with the last little bit of blue water in it. I was like, here for old time's sake.
He will take it.
He can finish it because I only filled it up halfway. So we've all been taking shots off of it this whole time, so there can't be much left. But whatever's in there, he can finish.
He rolled a 23 for his Constitution. He's straight. We'll flip. Unless Ash, you have anything else to do before I flip back?
I just had a question.
Sure.
I think that Ash, when she's finished drinking, she hears them talking, and she hears you guys mention a squirrel.
Yep.
And a squirrel that was no longer at the bar. I think she would probably inquire about who that squirrel might be.
Garvey used to date Kasha, but his other friends, they are fishers, and so you would have fought his friends last time you were here. That's what that is.
Right. Yeah. Actually,
Ash would have explained that. Ash would have explained.
Where do I know you guys from? Because it's like
Ash would have fucked a squirrel up at this bar.
Yeah, that did happen.
She did.
The reason the bartender
story that I would have heard about in passing.
Yes, this is a story you would have heard about. This is the story that Garvey always tells, where the bartender ripped his shirt off and jumped in with you to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that story. Flipping back to everybody in the town, the elder would have left you guys there. He would have seen everybody being good, nobody getting into huge fights that he has to join in. He would go back to the town center, and he'd come back and say, I really appreciate everything. We were just about to try and do something. We didn't know what to do. The last time the town elder sent out people, you guys didn't come back. We were really worried. He's talking to Kasha and everybody, but please let us make you all dinner and celebrate tonight before you leave.
Dinner sounds great. I do have a question for you really fast.
Yes.
Do you happen to have any, chipmunk families around here who, maybe, lost a child around, 15, 16 years ago?
There's not a lot of chipmunks that live here. And definitely not one that had kids your age.
Okay. I was asking for a friend.
Oh, okay.
Meryl pulls out a little book and she crosses off a map. She goes, okay.
Okay.
Bramble wants to touch the tree, their version of the divine tree in the center, just sort of as a moment of connection. Be like, we did it.
Wonderful.
Aw.
Aw.
So cute.
Feast.
Fantastic. It's a great night. It's feast. You guys get all the drink, all the food you need. This is it's the larger version of what happened at Coldmeadow. You guys get to be put up at the new inn. It's called because last time the first party was here, there was no inn. But now there is a large inn. It is called Canopy Inn and Tackle. It's also where they repair fishing rods and all the fishing gear and sell that type of stuff. There's only 3 rooms, but you guys are put up for free. You guys get to have a crazy night. It's a huge party. There's tons of dancing. It's wonderful. It's like a whole festival. They're talking about building little statues of each of you. They give you all these little things that you can bring home to Coldmeadow and explain that you are heroes. They are official little
I'm a hero badge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bramble's gonna put that right next to her gold star on her armor. There goes. Right
Very
there.
good.
Meryl's gonna put it on her hat.
In the middle of the party, the town elder gets a little bit too drunk and asks if Ash would like to fist fight.
Sorry, Kasha distracted.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, anyway,
Sorry.
town elder. The town elder gets way too drunk during the party and asks if Ash would like to fist fight during the party.
Ash is gonna swing at him.
Fantastic. Roll initiative with me, and then we'll roll to attack. And I just want to see who would win in just a straight fight.
18.
I got a nat 20 for initiative, I swear to God.
Oh.
So as you go to swing, he does also. So he's like, no, nobody here, you want to fight? And then, the second he says you want to fight, just swings at you. He definitely hits you, but he rolled a 4. He rolled a 6 to hit, so it hits you, but does not connect right. And you just swing back. By all means, please knock the wind out of this prairie dog.
17.
That definitely hits. Please roll damage.
Just for an unarmed strike, she'll do 5 damage. She'll
All right.
flip him right in the jaw.
Nice. Clip him in the jaw, and he spits out one of his teeth and starts giggling.
She's gonna pick it up and she's gonna put it in her pocket.
And everybody else is gonna be like, town elder, you can't be doing this. And then they're all gonna kind of take it back, and he's gonna be like, it was just fun. Oh my gosh.
Ash is like, I had a great time.
Me too. Oh my god. And he's gonna blow you a kiss.
She's gonna catch it and she's gonna put it in her pocket.
Very good. There is a small library in the town. If anybody would like to visit that during the party.
Whisper would
100%.
actually be. Whisper would actually have gone in there.
I
and
can't
been
believe
exploring
that
it.
there are 3 people in this party. Go ahead.
What do you mean? Knowledge is
Knowledge.
All right, I will give each of you enough time to ask a question and look for a book.
Oh gosh.
And I will tell you something about whatever you're asking about.
Is there a merchant here?
Not
While
a good
they're
one.
thinking of your question, Kasha would have gone up on the roof of the inn to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sleep up here. There's not enough rooms,"
Okay.
and
I feel
it's just like
Bramble. Go ahead.
watching from above.
Bramble, your turn.
Bramble would drink, right? She's now a hero. There are no adults that know her. She is taking a drink.
Constitution disadvantage, your first drink.
Can I roll perception to see if I clock this throughout the party?
Not at all.
yeah, go Bramble.
A hero.
Bramble's gonna do this at least once, and then you can roll perception afterwards. But she's getting at least one good drink.
I was gonna let her do it. I was gonna let her have one glass. I was just gonna
Nope.
stop.
I want to see what Bramble rolls first, and then I will let you roll.
You say Constitution?
Yep. Constitution disadvantage, please. First drink.
All right. Well, let's see what the other one is. Can't be lower. Okay, so 10.
Bramble, while hardy, does get drunk. Now go ahead and roll perception, please, Eli.
I guess I'm rolling to see if I already see her drinking. I'm just rolling to see how drunk she is to see if I can stop her.
So what's going to happen is, depending on, it's going to be a gradient of when you catch it. So please give me
18.
An 18. So you catch her pretty early on. She's still drunk, and she's probably halfway through her next whatever she's got.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way over to her, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, we're gonna cut it off here. You can finish that one, and then you're gonna go lay down."
A older gentleman who is very he has scars all over his little foxy face, and he's missing a little piece of his ear. He's gonna look over and be like, let the kid drink, it's fine. My friend Zach would have loved it.
I'm an adult, and give me that. And
Look at her go. And he's gonna pull out a flask of blue water and go to hand it to her.
And he, no.
You're reaching for that.
I'm gonna take that. If I've got a sleight of hand, I'm gonna be like, she can drink ale, or she can drink mead or ale.
Roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
I hope he fails.
She's not ready for that. That's a bit much. That's a 15.
That's higher than his perception at the moment. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Right. So like, I'm gonna take it, and I'll. Actually, you know what? And I don't need him handing it right back. I'm just gonna lift the blue water off of him for the time being.
Sounds good.
We'll just go in my coat pocket, and that'll just be mine.
He's gonna get up and be like, whatever, kids should be allowed to do whatever they want. I did whatever I wanted. And then he's gonna think about it and go, well, I did whatever Zach wanted. And then he's gonna walk off, kind of like trailing down towards the sand.
Does like Bramble see her? Or does she like see the bottle and then it's just no longer there? You know, like
It looks like Eli completely disappears it.
Okay.
What is your passive perception, Bramble?
Okay. Passive perception. It's a 15.
So while drunk, that would be like a -5. Eli's magic.
I am a bartender and a mage, and who does regular sleight of hand instead of real magic because he thinks it's more impressive.
Wow.
Awesome. The 3 of you in the library, please.
Okay. feel like Meryl and Thistle would have a powwow, and then or would huddle up together, and then I feel like she would invite Whisper to join as well, being like, "Okay, come, let's strategize what we're looking for."
Whisper would walk over and just sit down right in front of both of them. And just stare.
Theoretically, Whisper is the second oldest of the entire group, so it's fun watching him.
Be like, okay, so what I think is important is that we should look up and see if there's any information here on the bug woman who flew away.
Mm-hmm, yep.
We should also get more information about the world and the continent, because Coldmeadow doesn't have a lot of that, like things that are like in the north, in the south, in the everywhere.
In the crater. Anyway,
in that crater I wanted to go to so bad. So that's two. That's two pieces. Like Bug Lady and Greater Continent. Oh.
Did you just steal my cat?
Right. I was like, that was wild watching that happen.
We portaled the cat. And
portaled the cat and it de-aged.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Kasha. Going
Did you grow an eye back?
Like I said, you can either try for 3 pieces of information, or you can try for a piece of information. Somebody can help find that specific book, or you can do 3 separate. You know what I mean? Like either way, you're going to get at least 2. So
the only other thing that I would probably think to add to that list, just because of the experience that Thistle had in the fog, is if there was any books on chaos magic here as well.
Hearing all of their, like, what they're searching for and stuff, Whisper would rear his head back and bite into the hilt of his sword and toss it on the ground in front of both of them, and then telepathically speech saying that he wants to know more about this.
Okay.
Oh, this? I thought this was your sword. Do you not?
Is it not yours? Where'd you get it?
Whisper would then look at them both and tell them that he stumbled upon this sword and has no clue where it came from.
Ooh, more. Thistle, can you add this to your part about like a citrine sword? Can we add magic sword? I don't know where it
Also
comes
magic
from.
mystery. Like, I couldn't roll history myself to see if I've heard or read anything about this particular sword based on looking at it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so let's do. Look, those are 4 really good pieces of
These white
information.
cats, just it's so wild.
His way around. Where's Anna?
I'm gonna go like this and scoop one up next.
They,
That was really good, Alex.
we're gonna do camera magic.
Are you white and orange? Does that count?
Yeah.
And she is not happy to steal her.
This is a llama.
What the hell? I know. You have no idea how hard I tried to find pink llama toys to buy you all. Like, for real. Like, no, but like I wanted a large pink llama. Anyway. Okay, wait. Do the questions. Do the questions. We can do this
We
after.
do need to narrow it down then, since he said 3. We need to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, arguably, I will say that they're all important.
Yeah.
And you know what is 4 compared to 3 for heroes?
One.
A lot.
So which 2 are we asking about?
Fine, 3. So let's do the magic sword. Let's
the
do
sword.
map of continent. And we can do chaos magic because that could lead to. That means there's a book on Sapphire in this fucking library. I'm coming back in the morning. I'll look for that damn book. Map.
In the morning, we're going to start our journey back to Coldmeadow.
I'm coming back.
Hoping.
You're not here. you're preventing Bramble from underage drinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm definitely I'm not forgetting about you guys. I'm definitely will be making my rounds to keep an eye on all of you.
Technically, he's not preventing. He's supervising.
Okay.
underage
Whisper,
drinking.
please roll investigation for your book of sword.
It'd be a 10.
Cool. This being probably the easiest book to find, out of all the things you talked about. because there is talk of, and there's also a part on your hilt that says, wait, I have it written. It says the Eternal Father of Neverwhere on the hilt in primordial, so you're able to match it up, and this is mythologically, this is a piece of the of Wish, the Eternal Father of Neverwhere's staff. He used to have a very large staff, and during a battle for control over this place, and with the Queen of Neverwhere, or not Neverwhere, with the Queen of the Broken Place, the father struck her down, but shattered his staff while doing so, which was very sad and a very hard moment, because as he shattered his staff, it released his pet that was bound to it. And it died.
Does it say what the pet was?
On a
Is it a
10, I guess you'd have to keep reading. Would you... Is this a book that you would sit down and just read all of there, Whisper?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Whisper wants to know all about this thing.
You would read into it. You're not going to help them find the book if you do that. We're good? Awesome. The Eternal Father is considered the highest level of deity for Omni of this plane. He is the one who was said to create the first wish spell of Omni, and over time he changes forms, kind of like most deities seem to change forms, but his final form, the last form he took before the breaking of realms, was a large bird that had a manticore as a pet. And as he struck down Mrs. Kingdom, who is the person of Neverwhere, the Nightmare Queen of the Broken Place, his staff shattered, and now you have a piece of that.
Whisper is so happy he kept
Which one
reading.
are we rolling for? Which is the next?
Okay, so we're gonna be rolling for chaos magic, and then we're gonna be
Hey,
rolling
Twig.
for.
Go ahead. I was just waving. Go ahead.
Wild.
He walks through the doors. I'm about to lose my shit.
Twig shows up.
Twig just walks into Way's house.
The Manticore's there in ethereal.
Wow.
Yeah, Manticore.
Oh my god. So we definitely want to do chaos magic.
Chaos magic. Yeah.
Which one of you wants to roll for that?
I'll roll for that.
I'll tag you.
Investigation.
Does she have advantage because she's really good at looking through libraries?
I
She
should.
could,
Yes.
as bookstore owner.
Yes, as a bookstore owner, I'll give you the...
That's a nat 20.
Bookstore.
Ah,
That's
chaos
on brand.
magic. Okay.
Give me the good shit.
Give me the
I'm
good
allowed into the
shit.
forbidden section or wherever everyone else is allowed.
As Thistle does a line of this book, she,
in my brain.
no, it's a very old book, mind you, and there's not a lot about chaos magic. It's not something that is from this realm, but there is an older book that is small. It's a little handbook about this big, and it's got a mask inlaid on the front. It's not red, so relax. And
Calm down a minute.
and on the as you open it, on the inside there is the box that you saw that the three of you others know it was stolen from Madison before all this started. and there is a lot of writing. You have the spell Understand Languages?
Yeah, comprehend languages.
Great. You cast that. And still, even with that, it is very hard to comprehend. It is almost written in code. And while you do decipher it, if you do take the time to read this, even on a nat 20, you will not be able to help Meryl find her book.
Sorry, Meryl. I think I'm going to take time to read it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
It talks about how one of the reasons that this realm was disconnected from the others is because there was a very large war between dragons and Tiamat and the Nightmare King. And that is where the wish spell was first used to bring people to safety. And during that great war, this realm decided to disconnect itself, and it was protected by the elemental father, and that is why there was a barrier up between Omni and just this spot of Omni, and chaos magic was expelled from this place, and that is why it was gone. But there are a couple artifacts that came from a different place. It was called the Mortal Realm, and they had chaos magic built into them, and all of them were put somewhere so that they could be held, because there has to be chaos magic. There has to be chaos wherever you are for there to be balance, and these things were trying to hold that balance while being still cut off from the rest of the realm.
I would like to insert the Discord message from Way that says be any campaign.
I have yet to bring a dragon into this campaign.
You just mentioned that there used to be dragons in the world.
There used to be dragons all over the place. There used to be dragons in the real world. I'm not bringing them in yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, would you like to roll, Meryl?
Yet. Can I insight check you on that one?
Nope. Would you like to roll, Meryl?
If we all do it, he can't stop it. I would like...
Rocks fall. Everybody's dead.
Oh, okay. Random rocks in the library
no,
fall
we
on
have
top
a
of
new
you and
world
you
now.
die.
To quote,
In the library, rocks fall.
to quote one of my favorite DMs. Anyway,
God, I don't think that I would know that then that what Thistle is reading
nope.
to understand part of what's going on, because I was if there's if Kasha has maps, although she hasn't been here for a while.
I was just here the other day.
Do I want? It's been 12 years.
To be fair, Costa hasn't been most places for a while.
Do I want a history of Omni or do I want Bug Lady?
You should roll for it.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna help. During the ride here, Kasha, you all talked a lot. Would you have mentioned who Sapphire was at all?
Oh, 100%, because my plan is to go after her.
Meryl, you're not gonna find anything at all about Sapphire.
Okay, cool.
And you would understand that.
Okay. Then I'll look for a map in the history of Omni in these different sections of the world. Like, what's in the north? Why did Matamata not want us to go?
Okay.
What else is south?
Roll investigation.
19.
Cool. There's maps of Omni, and just atlases. So you pull out the atlas and unfold the map of Omni. There is no map beyond the mountains or south of the town south of Coldmeadow. There is a hard bar and that is the edge of the world. There is no map beyond the ocean of, I think it's called Cherry Moss, which is where the vault is. So that's where Kasha and these three are from, or that's where these three are from. That's where the Vault Guild is. It's in that floating town. So, but up north, there's a crater. And on all the maps, it's not named, but there is notes in it that there are, this is the only place that has blood crystals. And it is said that the reason that nobody goes into the crater is because it is heavily guarded by something, and that the blood crystals are the blood of a former deity that is not from this realm. That you can see in the stars at night when you look up to the red constellation. I'm pretty sure that's what you're looking for, right?
I'm looking for a lot of things.
I'm looking for my family.
Meryl's taking it with her. I'd like to make it known that she's gonna take the atlas with
you're
her.
stealing the atlas. Fine. Down.
Yes.
Oh my
down.
god, you just straight up taking it?
You know what? It's not beyond what Meryl has been doing so far.
That's fair.
She doesn't steal anything. She borrows the books from the libraries.
It's
And
just
check
besides,
them out.
he's a hero now.
if they
That
take
doesn't
if we
give
take
them
one
the
book,
right
they're
to
not gonna be
steal.
mad at us, I don't think.
I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah.
This is riddled with non-information.
She's right.
I will fix the map, and then I will bring it back at a later date. And
All
I
right.
think that you should take your books too, because knowledge is important.
The final part of this episode. Who is going to sleep and who is staying up to party all night?
Ash is
I'm
absolutely
sleeping.
staying up to party.
No. After I finish reading my book, I'm going to bed.
After Whisper left the library, would Whisper
Oh,
be able to
Hold
see?
on. Sorry. Whisper, you were up all night reading. I made that very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Thistle, same. Actually, Thistle, same with you. You were up all night reading.
That's fair.
Elias is at least going to make sure everyone from his party is rounded up and in. Like, I don't care if you stay up all night reading. If you're reading, you're going to be in your room or in a tavern or somewhere. Elias is at least making sure everyone gets in for the night. You're not just staying out in the party all night. Elias isn't that irresponsible.
I would like Bramble to roll another Constitution check, please.
All right.
You're looking for a 9.
You said a check.
Yep.
A check. 16.
Bramble is still walking about drunk. So
Let's go! Yes!
Yeah, so I'm going to pop in, check on Thistle and Mare. I'm just like, all right, you guys, you can stay up, you can read. Just
Take notes.
get to the tavern, make sure you get inside. I'm gonna check in on you later. I'm gonna go wrangle Bramble.
Mhm.
And
okay.
Does Kasha see him walking back and forth from the library and just like watching this happen?
Very good, just like the labyrinth. Are you going to sleep, Kasha?
Yeah, she's gonna take a nap on the roof.
Okay.
She wants
Meryl,
to be up with the
are you
sun.
going to sleep?
If I roll a D100, will you let me read a random book?
About what?
I don't know. Let me read something. Let me read something important.
You'd rather read than go to sleep?
Well, I mean, if the other two are staying in here and reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't let people peer pressure you unless they come halfway down the
I feel like
street.
Whisper would have brought his book over to Thistle and
Peer
sat
pressure
down.
into reading?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I mean, either that or Meryl's gonna curl up under the table where they are.
That's
like,
fine. You can sleep there if you want, or you can read, or you can roll a D100 and.
I just wanted to see if you'd let me, because you say that we don't ask the right questions.
No, by all means.
We
If you would rather stay and look for another book and randomly do that, I'll do it. That's cool.
Me,
I'll
Thistle, and
sleep.
Meryl are all making a little
You,
book circle.
no, I'm like, okay, cool.
We made like a little blanket
Whatever you want to
fort.
do. I would
Yeah,
for
we
real.
can do a blanket fort.
Yeah.
You all can cuddle up on the big wolf and read.
We can have a blanket fort.
I'm sleeping fine.
I mean, I am big and fuzzy.
Meryl will curl up
I
on
am
the
a
wolf
pillow.
that's size.
Okay. Bramble, Meryl, and Kasha D20s. I guess Eli too if you go to sleep.
Did Bramble go to sleep?
Does Appa need to roll a d20?
Yeah,
She's
Bramble went to
passing
sleep.
out.
You said Bramble just like passed out. Just
He
I got-
like yeah.
I got an 11.
I also got an 11.
I got it.
Oh.
I got a 9.
Okay. Bramble has a blank sleep. It's just darkness into a hangover. We'll talk about that next time.
Darkness into a hangover.
Yeah, it's darkness into a hangover. We'll talk about it next time.
Accurate.
Kasha on a 2. I think that you would have this dream where you're back in the original Omni and you're watching as the void takes over and shatters you for the first time, and you see this rogue reach out and grab grab your flowers, and you fall with him into nothingness. And you'd wake up checking because the last thing you'd hear in that nothingness is Sapphire's voice saying that she'll find you in the next realm. This is a long time ago, and a dream that you have not thought about in a very, very, very long time. But it would just, I think, solidify that urge to go after her. You'll still get a long rest, but it will be a very, very, it'd be one that would like almost chokes you up.
It's one of those where it's like, it wakes me up for a second, I clutch my sword tighter and just go to sleep holding my sword.
Yeah. It's probably one of Kasha's first nightmares. If I really put thought to it. Because I
Thinks
don't
of
think
Amethyst the whole time.
I don't
Being
think
like, this is how Amethyst must feel.
Anyway. Eli. An 11 you said?
Yes.
I think that you'd sleep well, but in the very early morning, you would feel like you hear a voice and a growl, and that bear's voice is still in the back of your head, and you would think that you hear it in the next room, so you wake up. I like that.
Bear.
That fucking
stopped
bear.
being a smuggler because I didn't like having bad dreams.
There's still 2 more bears.
All right, last but not least, Meryl. You got an 11?
I did get 11.
Very good.
I feel like Meryl should have gotten advantage since she's sleeping on me.
There
I could.
is.
Can I
Fine.
get Mandan?
I can't argue that. Go for
It's
it.
hard to have good dreams when you're sleeping on something big, warm, and fluffy.
I agreed. You got an 11.
You got
What'd
that
you get?
20, didn't you?
Okay.
I told you.
I need to get a book. A second.
So these last minute nat 20s have been clutch.
Right.
You're welcome. I
Exactly.
mean, you're sleeping
You
on a big
said
wolf, you're gonna have
Meryl.
good dreams.
I mean, she's nestled between a warm, fuzzy fox and a
I need to
warm,
get to my
fuzzy
Meryl
wolf
section. Just a second.
library.
I haven't had to roll for dreams before the time I'm just up. I drink a lot of coffee.
If you get to draw a card, don't do it.
You're
Or
not
if you
there.
get to
Be
lick
quiet.
or if you get to lick some random stone, don't do that either.
You're not there. Oh, you are
have
there. You're.
experience with that? Do you? What would make you say that?
Actually, I don't have experience with that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't?
No, I have no clue.
Why would you say that then?
Because it just sounds like a bad idea.
This is the first nat 20, right? For your dreams?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my first dream, though.
You kind of wake up and there's sun on your face, and you're sitting on this like moving cart, and you can feel it, like it's like warming up your fur, and you're like looking around and you can't really see anybody, and the cart's like kind of trickling along this road, and you don't really recognize where you are. It's all kind of very hard because Meryl has like amnesia, right? Like she doesn't really remember her early life at all, or how she got to even Coldmeadow. She like washed up on shore. That's like a big part of it. And you kind of like look at your hands and you're like holding like this little journal, and it's got like a bunch of stuff on it, and like since it's a dream you can't really read anything because it's like, you know, like you're there and you're like kind of like watching it all happen, and then you realize that like you're being shaded a little bit, and you're like, oh, this is nice, and you kind of like look down and there's like this very bald green skinned person driving. You don't really recognize it. It's a very like weird memory or like dream. It's like this like it, but you're not scared or anything. It's like for some reason you just feel like really happy, and then you look up and you see this big boat with these like very large sails, and there are people going onto it, and you realize that like they're humans, and you see like a very tall like also like a lizard type person with the humans walking up onto the boat and like putting stuff on it, and then there's like all these other people, and you hear like a really loud voice, and it's like all right, everybody, get on board. If you're gonna come with us, you're gonna come with us now. We're leaving, and like you go, and then you hear your voice, and it sounds like a little bit weird, but it's like it's still your chipper chipmunk voice, and you're like, all right, this is me, and you jump down, and as you hit the ground, there's a little bit of lightning and sparks, and you walk on up into the ship and get on the ship, and then you wake up. Cool. And that is where we'll end this episode, guys. Thank you all for being here. I hope you're here next time before the beginning of Rolling Until Ragnarok Chapter 2. Please go back and watch, like, and share, and just get this out there because this is really a passion project of all of us. Again, I love you guys very much. Thank you all for enjoying the story. I hope you all are hooked now because this is something that's going to be going on for a very long time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.